Can you confirm with News Nation that you're running for president?
Boy, that would be a nice confirmation. There'd be a lot of people that would be very upset about that. But I think you're going to be very happy. I think people are going to be very happy at what I do. I was going to do something last night, actually, that would have made the place really happy. And so we're doing it a few days later. And I think people are going to be very happy, very impressed.
To your predecessor, who is about to launch another campaign. So how do you reassure them, if that is the reason for their questioning, that the former president will not return, or that his political movement, which is still very strong, will not once again take power in the United States?
Well, we just have to demonstrate that he will not take power.
In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
There's breaking news out of Palm Beach, Florida. Former President Trump says his Mar-a-Lago home there is being raided by the FBI.
For the first time ever, a former president of the United States has been indicted.
Former President Donald Trump indicted for a second time.
A federal grand jury indicted former President Donald Trump. It marks the third time the former president has been indicted.
Breaking news on former President Trump. He's been indicted for the fourth time in 5 months.
Breaking news, this is an image that will be in the history books. This is the mugshot of the 45th President of the United States.
The optics of this is working to his advantage. Look.
Breaking news from Colorado, where the state Supreme Court has just disqualified former President Donald Trump.
Donald Trump found guilty on all 34 felony counts.
The total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Take a look at what happened.
The next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
I proudly accept your nomination for president of the United States.
Let Trumpomania run wild, brother!
So I've decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation.
She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat. They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats.
Investigation underway after the second assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump.
As I was saying,
as you can see, I'm not just MAGA, I'm dark MAGA.
Get in there.
Let's go! I want to be a whale psychiatrist.
I'm going for a job right now at McDonald's. I really wanted to do this all my life.
I've now worked for 15 minutes more than Kamala.
The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
How do you like my garbage truck? This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden.
Here are our first projections. There, NBC News projects that Donald Trump has won the presidential election in Kentucky, Indiana. In West Virginia, Donald Trump is the winner. Florida, Tennessee, Missouri, Alabama, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Arkansas, Texas, North Dakota, South Dakota. NBC News also projects a winner in the Wyoming presidential race, Mississippi, Louisiana, Ohio, Kansas, Utah, Montana, Iowa, the state of Nebraska in the presidential contest, Idaho. The first swing state is North Carolina, going to Donald Trump. Donald Trump has prevailed in the presidential race in Georgia. Pennsylvania. NBC now projects he is the winner of Michigan and its 15 electoral votes.
Donald Trump is the winner in Alaska, picking up 3 more electoral votes.
Donald Trump has won the state of Wisconsin. He is the winner of this race and will return to the White House as this country's 47th president.
Hey, look what happened. Is this crazy?
What's going on, everyone? Welcome into CobraCast 199. I am your host, Jeremy Prime, Mage IDOT of Unit 199. Happy to see all of you here on a Monday night. It is Monday, isn't it? I think it is. I can't keep up anymore. I'm getting way too old to worry about what day of the week it is. But good to see all of you here. Some of you, the uninitiated may not know, but the initiated do know that I might have messed up the time or the day for this stream, but it's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's the time zone's fault. Okay. I'm not used to these different time zones. It's not my fault. But we are at my ski resort in Orlando, Florida. Yes, I do have a ski resort here in Orlando, Florida. Central Florida, known for snow and skiing and things like that. So that's where I'm at. I'm hanging out, and should be a lot of fun. But good to see all of you here. Second stream of the day. Laughing Man says Jeremy is in Israel at a ski resort. Honestly, that's probably accurate. That's probably accurate. I'm in Israel. I'm at my Israeli ski resort. Mossad brought me here. I patched things up with him, so everything's looking good now. So suddenly, apparently they lost a lot of their workers, a lot of their employees over the weekend. Something happened, so now they're like, "Hey, man, you know that whole pissing on the wall deal? Yeah, we're not too worried about that." I'm like, "What happened?" They're like, "We had to fire a lot of people." Like who? Like a lot of people in India that we had that were going on social media and praising Israel, and then we lost a lot of them. I was like, "Oh man, that sucks. Sorry to hear that." So I got a good deal. So all good, man. I'm feeling pretty good about the situation for what it is. So Brady says, "What's up, my grifta?" He said it with an A, so it's okay. Nobody can get offended. Okay, he said grifta, so no one can get offended. Thank you, Brady. I appreciate that. Little Jim Halo says the blonde idiot needs to be fired for incompetence. Who? Dennis Allen for 20 says, glad you're on tonight. I'm just camping out on Lake Texoma, looking at my brand new F-250, enjoying life. Happy Thanksgiving, kiddo. Well, first of all, brand new F-250 is badass. I have never owned anything over than I had an F-150, but I've always said if I do buy another Ford, it'll probably be an F-250 because F-250s are badass. So I don't know what my next vehicle will be though. I mean, listen, I'm a pretty successful, Mossad agent. So, and thank you for the 20. I do appreciate it. I'm a pretty successful Mossad agent. So, but I'm still driving a 2017 vehicle. What's up with that? You would think being this elite grifter and Mossad agent that I could have something a little newer, but hey, it is what it is. All good. Yeah, man, enjoy the time at the lake with the F-250. That sounds pretty badass. Ninja Knight says, Jeremy, have you watched Paul Miller before? He has some seriously good points about race relations. P.S. His vids as Joker are absolutely hilarious. Paul Miller. It doesn't stand out to me, that name. I could have, but it's not a name that jumps out at me. Laughing Man says, Jeremy doesn't want a self-driving car. Honestly, I'm not sure. Listen, man, I'm not someone that likes change, but I'm also someone that can admit, if I'm wrong about something or whatever. At this point in time, I just don't see myself ever buying a self-driving vehicle. It's just not something I'm interested in. I do like, okay, so I'll just say this. There are female family members that I think should absolutely have a self-driving car, and I would feel better if some of my female family members had a self-driving car. Actually, I think women in general should have self-driving cars. That's a more broader way to put it. I think women should have self-driving cars. I think it would be much safer on the road if women every woman had a self-driving car. I am 100% like, I think you would cut out a lot of the accidents on the road. Old people is another one. Yes. But specifically women. Yeah. I am for that. All women should have self-driving vehicle. Go in there, type in the address, get on Instagram and watch your TikTok videos and just let the car drive you. Okay. I'm okay with that. Swirly BS. He went on $100 boom rant the other day on my stream. For $9.99, says, sorry, I'm on a paycheck budget after spraying you Friday. Plus, I'm more soberish. I totally understand. First of all, you don't have to apologize. You dropped like $400 or $500 super chats, which I appreciated, by the way. But don't take food off the table. Obviously, I enjoy the grift for sure. But I always say, don't ever take food off the table, and you can always watch me for free forever. I have to earn people's super chats. You don't owe me shit, but I do appreciate it, brother. Vault 95 says that Jeremy kept his promise and Meek sent us here. I kept my promise. Oh, you talking about the second stream? Hey, man, I missed this weekend. I wanted to go live this weekend because of so much stuff with the Twitter nonsense, but I just had too much going on, so I could not get a chance. D-Day Santa says, ho, ho, ho. I didn't really want you to, expose that, but we'll take it. Mike Hill says, do you agree with Trump that Paramount should make another Rush Hour movie? Yeah. I mean, dude, I love those Rush Hour movies. I talked about that a little bit earlier. Trump was lobbying for a Rush Hour movie. I don't know how good a Rush Hour movie would be at this point in time. I really don't know. Plus, it in today's world, comedy, we were talking about this on Open Bar, but like, when's the last legit great comedy? When is the last legit great comedy? I don't even know. The last great comedy that I remember, Tropic Thunder is definitely one of them for sure. Tropic Thunder's up there. The Hangover, Step Brothers. Step Brothers is the one that comes to mind for me. Step Brothers is definitely one of my favorite comedies of all time. I love Step Brothers so much. But yeah, just the way they talk to each other is so freaking good, man. Superbad was awesome. Well, now you guys are just naming all awesome comedies. Blazing Saddles. Well, of course, Blazing Saddles is amazing. What is a Woman? All right, that's not bad. Not bad. Now you're getting like Happy Gilmore. Now you're getting to the old school stuff. But yeah, like Tropic Thunder, Step Brothers, those are definitely. Team America World Police is incredibly underrated. So did we just become best friends? We got Bob for 20 says, I'm straight, but Jeremy's mullet made me gay. Bro, what are we doing? What are we doing? By the way, you bring up something I want to address, and I want to apologize to everyone. Thank you, Bob, the 20, not complimenting my mullet, but I have a responsibility as the leader, as the creator of Geeks and Gamers. The leader of the 199. I have a responsibility to all of you to endorse the right people, and sometimes I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. And, I am here to formally denounce Criticless. We can no longer be in business with Criticless. We were in business with them. We had partnership. I told you guys to go sign up over there. I told you to go support them financially if you could. Sign up for Criticless. Put your movie reviews over there. We're trying to get video games added. But Drunk 3PO brought it to my attention. Hey, D-Day Cobra, we might want to rethink this partnership with Criticless. Ladies and gentlemen, the picture I'm going to show you might be disturbing. It might be disturbing. It might upset you. You may want to unsubscribe to me after you see this. But Blaine, the creator of Criticless, and someone that I thought was an all-around good guy until today. Ladies and gentlemen, Blaine from Criticless. There it is. I got nothing. I mean, what are you doing? What are we doing here? I mean, how do you defend this? What is going on, Blaine? Blaine. Well, how did this happen? Like, what steps in your life led you to this moment right here? I don't get it. Is this why you were invited to Bro Island? So I guess this is the clip right here, maybe?
Get this support beam out or I'm going to be eating a toothpick. Hold on. And I'm not eating a
everyone getting revenge on the Josh review.
All right.
Yes.
You ready? All right. I'll eat the here we go. Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this. All right. Here we go.
Oh my God. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We are no longer working with Criticless as of right now, effective immediately. That is a meme. Nobody get really upset, okay? So we're not actually denouncing Criticless, but yeah, that was bad. I hate that I have to give the clarification because sometimes my sarcasm is so good that people actually are like, oh, Jeremy just denounced them. It's like, no, I didn't. It was a joke. But anyway. All right. So here we go. The Indians are back in the chat. Hang on. Indians are back in the chat. What's up, India? Hey, India. We're cool, man. We're cool. I appreciate you, India. It is always nice to have the Indians in the chat, letting us know that they're here. We appreciate you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Bob's and Vegana. So anytime you see the Indians in the chat and they let you know who they are by what they say, then you just do Bob's and Vegana, So that's all you have to do. Okay, so we got to talk about Trump and Mamdani. The Five talked about it a little bit. I have not seen this clip yet, but there was a lot of speculation on how Trump handled this meeting, and I have been consistent with the fact that Trump played Mamdani like a puppet, and he played the media like a puppet, and they walked right into it. And so let's hear what they have to say.
With Zoran the Destroyer, the political odd couple stunning the pundit class that was bracing for a full-on capitalism versus socialism showdown. Instead, Trump and Zoran found some surprising common ground on affordability. And the chemistry between them was, well, undeniable.
Hopefully a really great mayor. The better he does, the happier I am.
Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay. You can just say yes. Okay. It's easier. It's easier than explaining it.
This is such a boss move from Trump. I mean, he's giving this clown that called him a fascist, he's giving him permission to call him a fascist. I mentioned this earlier on my live stream. He completely destroys the meaning of the word. He destroys the power of the word. He destroys all of their tactics in this moment right here. He absolutely just destroys them. It is unreal how next level shit this is. Like, you're standing with the president in his office at his desk with him, and he says, it's okay if you call me a fascist. No problem. Who cares, right? It's unbelievable.
Okay. It's easier. It's easier than explaining it.
Would you feel comfortable living in New York City under a Mamdani administration?
Yeah, I would. I really would. Especially after the meeting. Absolutely.
Why did you fly here? Aren't trains greener?
I'll use every form of transit, and I want to make sure that they're all affordable in New York City.
He's working very hard. For him to be, that's a very long drive. I'll stick up for you.
But don't get it twisted. Days later, and Comrade Z still calling Trump the F word.
Mr. Mayor-elect, just to be very clear, do you think that President Trump is a fascist?
Now, and he even qualifies where Trump gave him permission again. You're making his point for him. By the way, Swirly BS says Bullet Train, if that's a comedy. I haven't seen Bullet Train yet. I've heard good things about it, so I'm going to have to check Bullet Train out.
Mayor-elect, just to be very clear, do you think that President Trump is a fascist?
And after President Trump said that, I said yes. And
So you do?
And that's something that I've said in the past. I say it today. And
Do you still believe President Trump is a threat to the democracy?
everything that I've said in the past, I continue to believe.
All right, Greg, what do you think about the meeting?
Well, I think, okay, first off, I had made some predictions before the meeting took place.
I mean, if Trump is truly the man that you claim him to be, you would not want to go to the office and shake his hand. If you truly believed that he was all the things that you said, you wouldn't want to. But you wanted to. You requested this, and he accepted because he's a real leader. So the fact that he stood there in Trump's office, and Trump played that game so beautifully, for him to then say it in front of Trump and Trump give him permission and laugh it off, and then go into an interview and continue to say it, you just make yourself look stupid every step of the way.
And they all came true. Let's roll that tape. Oh, they don't have the tapes. It's okay. Clearly, Zoran had learned from Trump. He chose the high ground maneuver, which is affordability. It's on the high ground. You can't come out against affordability the same way you can't come out against common sense, which is what screwed the Dems. The Dems decided that they couldn't join Trump on common sense, so they stuck to the 20 of the 80-20 issue. Zoran, however, comes out with affordability, and what does Trump do? He doesn't oppose it. He just joins it. Oh, I like affordability too. And so he just gets on the same high ground with Zoran, and they kind of just hang out there, and sooner or later you're going to see which one means it, which one doesn't. I think Zoran is kind of in the fog of war right now, and the only ally he has is Trump. So Trump knows that, and Trump bails him out in that fascist thing, which was really, really nice. He said, you know, you were thinking, okay, is this Godzilla versus Mothra? No, it's really Batman and Robin. And we know who Batman is, and we know who Robin is. And when he says, don't worry about it, that was his way of saying, I bailed you out. Also, that little moment there with Trump basically said the word fascist is just meaningless. I don't care if you use it. You can call me it. I don't care.
Yes.
Because really it doesn't mean anything. But the other thing, and it's really important, what Trump did that he always does, is he emphasizes the individual and not the group. So he gave credit to Zoran, not as a socialist or a Democrat, but as a winner. He says, I was really impressed by how he won. And I wonder if this was a subtle cleaving, pulling Zoran away from this kind of identity obsession and saying, look, you're now with the big boys. It's not that the idea of socialism, that's gone. You won, so let's work together.
Mamdani was way in over his head. He was way in over his head in that entire meeting. And it was obvious from body language that he was, which is fine. I'm not saying he should. Like, it's Trump. Mamdani came out of nowhere. So it's like, of course he was in over his head. That's not necessarily like, I'm not saying that as like he should have been more prepared. You're not going to be more prepared to step in the Oval Office with President Trump. Of course you're not. And Trump knew that. Trump knew that the optics of beating up this guy was not going to be good for him, but killing him with kindness was going to be perfect for him. And that's exactly how it worked out.
I don't think Zoran's ever experienced anyone talking to him as an individual outside of the identity politic. He's been mired in that. He loves it. But now this guy comes in and recognizes him as a personal achievement, not a political one.
Jessica, why don't more Democrats come into the Oval Office and try to work together on things that they have common ground with Donald Trump?
Well, a few very big deal Democrats like Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer came into the Oval and they were greeted with MAGA hats.
Yes, they did. Trump handed Trump 2028 hats to them when they showed up.
and then AI sombrero videos. So Mamdani got a very different visit to the White House than other Democrats. And I think part of it was that Donald Trump was genuinely charmed by him. There are people who don't like his politics that admit that the guy is, off the charts charismatic and very compelling. And I think that Mamdani came into this meeting with exactly the right attitude, because he knew he had to go down to DC to make sure that New York City, which we are mayor in a month and a half or so, needs all of its federal funding. And he's not going to get the tax hikes that he wants from Kathy Hochul, either personal or on the corporate level. And he needs to make sure that the streets aren't flooded with ICE agents and that we get our money. Trump grinning at him like that was, I don't want to say completely unexpected, but definitely was a picture that I don't think he'll be enjoying as campaign season rolls out, because he is giving up the talking point that New York City is going to be a hellhole. He even said, I think conservatives are going to be surprised by how well things are going to go there. And you saw the reaction online from a lot of MAGA folks saying, wait, I thought that he was a communist. I thought he was a socialist, a jihadist. He sold Elise Stefanik out there pretty bad.
But isn't that what you want, though? Don't you want to put politics aside to solve problems?
Name the person that Trump won't talk to? Trump has literally made a point. He will talk to anyone. It doesn't matter what they've done. It doesn't matter what they've said. It doesn't matter. He will talk to anyone. He's made that clear. Whereas these leftists, they're the ones that have dealt with you can't collab with this person, or you can't have this person on your show. You can't interview this person. Trump has never, ever made a point to go, I can't speak with this person because of X, Y, or Z. No, that's never happened. That's a Democratic thing. So it's ridiculous for her to even bring that up. Rosie O'Donnell.
Problems?
Oh, sure. I'm talking about what's going on with you guys. I'm cool with what happened.
But you're mind reading. You don't know what we're thinking.
Well, I know what Todd Starnes is thinking.
Well,
I thought Mamdani was supposed to be a fascist dictator. What the heck is going on at the White House? You saw a lot of that online where people thought that they were going to get someone who actually thought that their words mattered, right? So Mamdani has said a lot of things, and then he continued with Kristen Welker and said that he meant them. But Donald Trump has called him a bunch of bad.
Trump won't talk to Fuentes, for fuck's sake. You mean the same Fuentes that showed up at Mar-a-Lago and had dinner with him? Do you guys just make shit up to play a fake victim? Fuentes literally went to Mar-a-Lago and had dinner with him. They lied to Trump, ambushed Trump. So yeah, of course. Good Lord, man. I swear to God. It's like they just make shit up to be victims. It's unbelievable.
Bad things, and he just stared at him like how he looks at Satan in South Park.
No offense to Todd Starnes, but I don't think the entire weight of your opinion should rest on one sighting of Todd Starnes.
It's not one side. There were a lot. Why deny it?
But I think everybody who knows Donald Trump knows he's going to go in there and he's going to have a nice, cordial meeting with anybody, and he has before.
This was classic Trump. This is classic Trump. He's the charmer here. He's charming this guy who hasn't even taken office yet, and he's hoping that this guy will not follow through on some of his radical ideas, hope that he will rethink some of his non-radical ones. And for a movement, Jessica, that talks about no kings, you got Trump sitting there like royalty, and the guy looking like he's going to go get him a Diet Coke. I mean, he looks like the...
Mamdani did look like his butler, didn't he? He kind of did look like it.
Supplicant. It looked like the apprentice to the senior partner, no doubt. But this is classic Trump. He did this with Barack Obama and Joe Biden during transition. Same kind of meeting. He congratulated Hillary Clinton when he beat her and said, wow, she ran a really tough campaign. She's really tough. He hopes she'll help him in his presidency. Of course, she did nothing of the sort. More on that later. But I think Mamdani would have done better saying no to the meeting. He's reduced some of his credibility among the folks.
That's actually, I agree completely. Mamdani should have just been like, I don't need to go talk to President Trump. I need to focus on New York City, not talking to some fascist dictator. That would have given you more credibility with your stances in your entire campaign. But the fact that you ran in there, all smiles, excited to meet him, and then let Trump just control every aspect of it, freaking amazing.
who basically are addled with Trump derangement syndrome and essentially look at Trump and say, the more that he enrages.
Hey, mods, go over to Kick and go over to mod the chat over there. It's getting fucking spammed big time. So
me, the less I should engage him. And Mamdani did the opposite here. I hope they can work together for the good of New York and the good of the country. Trump is not someone who goes by what you say. He's someone who goes by what you do. And this guy didn't even take the reins yet. I have something else here. Imagine if Mamdani had gone in there and said, look, I disagree with things you're doing.
there you go, Cam, man. I helped you out there for a minute. I put it on followers only because the spam is out of control over there.
Here are the names of the people who have been abducted by ICE and deported unfairly. He did nothing like that. He looked totally cowed and charmed to be there. And you know why that is? Everybody does. If you really wanted to make Donald Trump irrelevant and wish him away, you would ignore him. I have never encountered anyone in 10 years of being of the Trump era who can actually ignore Donald Trump. He has a gravitational pull. He is a magnetic field. Putin comes to Alaska. 2-3 days later, all of Western Europe is there. All of NATO is in the Oval Office. Sheba comes from, Carney comes. The guy in Starmer comes. All these new leaders come right to the Oval. And Zohran Mamdani did the same thing, exactly what a lot of his voters think he shouldn't have done and that they would never do because they don't like Trump, and he does.
Kennedy.
Well, for someone who's going to Trump-proof the city, he was certainly an adorable little fanboy. And
That's a lot. Some people, some MAGA people were very upset with Trump because they wanted Trump to just, you know, they wanted him to do to Mamdani what he did to Zelensky. But like every situation doesn't call for the same action. Each situation calls for its own, you know, reaction to it. And Trump knows that. Trump's not going in there going, I'm going to be a badass and a bully today. Trump is going to, he's going to shift his behavior based on what's going to work best for him, what's the best outcome for him every time.
in the Oval Office. And I actually think it's a good model for how we should treat each other over Thanksgiving. You know, because in the past we've said, don't bring up politics at the Thanksgiving table. And maybe there is a way of talking about things where we find common ground. And never forget, Donald Trump is a populist. Zohran Mamdani, he reached out to voters. The affordability crisis is all about populism with a slightly different label. So, you know, politicians finding common ground used to be how deals were struck in Washington. But everyone in leadership on the Democrat side, they have to demonize Trump. It's the only way to raise money, and it's the only way to win races. And, you know, Mamdani had really, really solid message discipline, and he tried in every way he possibly could to stay in his very narrow lane and find the areas of agreement with Trump. Will it benefit New York City? As someone who lives here, I certainly hope it does.
No, I don't. I don't think that Mamdani is going to do a good job at all in New York. I think he's going to do an awful job, and I think Trump is going to use this meeting to completely destroy Mamdani when that opportunity shows itself. Mamdani is not going to be good for New York. I think he is a liar. He's a snake. He's a used car salesman, and you're going to see that in time. And Trump is going to use this meeting right here that he had that everybody's going to remember. Remember when you talked to him, and he's going to be like, you know, I really hoped he was going to do better. I really did. I really hoped that he was going to, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know how Trump will do it, you know, and then Trump will completely crush him. He will. It's just what he does. I don't know. It's almost like people haven't watched Trump, and then suddenly they want to pretend that they're Trump supporters, and then they don't understand Trump, what Trump does. He's been doing this his entire fucking life. That's what he does. Polish Prince says, if Jeremy were to join the military, he would be major grifter. Godzilla's Grease says, I just gained a whole new appreciation for Greg now that I know he's familiar with Godzilla movies. Swirly BS says, go into Bullet Train with no expectations. Drinker recommends. I'm going to check it out. A boy named Blue says, hey, Jeremy, it's good to see you. More so than usual today. I had to put my 14-and-a-half-year-old dog down 3 hours ago. Thanks for making me laugh in this hard time. Dude, I'm so sorry to hear that. 14, the best thing I can tell you in that is 14 and a half years is an amazing life for a dog. It really is. And that's what you have to focus in on. That is an incredible life that you gave that dog. And so that is the takeaway from that. I know it's sad, it's awful. It will never not be awful when you're in those situations, but try to focus on the good. 14 years is an amazing job. And so you gave that dog a wonderful life. And that will be the focus. But prayers up to you, brother. Prayers up to you. Forest Beyond the Trees. This is a follow-up to an earlier super chat asking about the movie Heat. If you haven't seen the comedian Ari Spears talk about Heat, then you should play it. It's about 5 minutes and has 11 million views. I haven't seen that. I heard, didn't I hear a rumor that they're working on a Heat 2 with Christian Bale? Did I hear that correctly? Hang on. Heat 2. I want to say I heard that. Yes, right here. Look at here. Christian Bale circling role for Michael Mann's long-awaited sequel. Dude, Christian Bale's my favorite actor. I think he's one of the greatest actors of all time. Having Christian Bale in a Heat 2, I'd probably get really excited about that. They should call it Reheat. Yeah, man. So I don't know if it's been confirmed or anything, but that would be incredible to see Christian Bale in a Heat 2. That would be awesome. So we'll see. We'll see. Andrew says, remember, Trump met with Kim Jong-un twice. Yeah, he'll meet with anybody. He'll have a conversation with people. That's just not, Trump just doesn't shy away from things like that. That's never been his game. So yeah. Let's see here. Okay, next up. I got this clip right here I want to show you. Or not clip, but this meme. So this guy, this dude right here, this nut job, secular talk, this Kyle, is it Kalinske? Is that his name? So this idiot shared this meme, and he accidentally admits that MAGA isn't racist, posting a racist meme. So he posts this meme because of all of the India accounts. And so it's like, this meme, all you're doing is proving that foreign bots are pushing a narrative about Trump supporters that isn't true. Like, what the hell are we doing? How stupid can you be? It's amazing. Like, what? Okay, thank you for proving our point. Thank you for proving the point about the MAGA civil war and all the other bullshit that's going around. No, they don't get it. None of them get it because they're so busy foaming at the mouth over Trump that they don't actually get it. It is absolutely incredible. Also, listen, I heard a rumor that a few of you were looking for some new shoes. Okay. This has gone pretty viral on the internet. And so, chat, if you're interested, I think these shoes can fill multiple roles for you. Now, if you notice something, you'll have to let me know, okay? But you guys notice anything about these Kirby slippers? Notice anything about these? Internet's reacting big time. The internet's going crazy over these. I can't figure out why the internet is going crazy over these. Yeah, it's Cozy Cooper says, "Oh, I kind of like those." Look at the Nintendo Kirby Face Fuzzer Slipper Socks, $8.94 via lunch or box lunch. Look at Lord Botha. I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful scrolling these. I'm not scrolling these replies anymore. It's that's something we need to be very, very careful of. But there you have it right there. So I don't know. Everybody seems to be pretty excited about these. Seems to be a pretty big reaction going on. Whatever. I don't know why. I don't see what the big deal is, but whatever works. What is this right here? Wait, what? Dave Rubin wanted to euthanize his surrogate's child if the child was defective. What? Where did this come from? What is going on? Dave Rubin having a surrogate child is not the equivalent of euthanizing disabled children. And then this, and then the quartering is one that retweet. Well, I mean, when two gay men are shopping for a baby, it's only natural to abort ones that are not perfect. It's like being gay is abnormal. I wonder if Dave's parents had known ahead of time that he was abnormal, what they would have done. Damn, quartering. Quartering going hard in the paint. Quartering going hard in the paint. Well, I did see that Gay Rubin did block Kongman earlier. I think because Kongman called him out. Let me see if I can find this one from Kongman really quick. Kongman tweets so fucking much. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Oh, yep. Never mind. It was. Okay. He hasn't tweeted in 8 hours. Thank goodness. Okay. So he didn't like that I called him out for purchasing baby boys. So speaking of gay goblin politics, oh my gosh. So right here, putting aside any of the little gay goblins politics, just think about how evil it is that Tucker so desperately wants to elevate this person who was openly trying to destroy Charlie Kirk and Turning Point. Let's see. So what is this about?
That the last month, I don't think a single person has ever made the case that I'm wrong, that Nick Fuentes is wrong. The Jew hatred stuff is wrong, period. And I said that the white hatred, black hatred, Jew hatred, Malaysian hatred, Bedouin hatred, it's all wrong. I believe that as much as I believe anything. Okay. But the rest of it, his analysis, which is actually smart and in a lot of cases true, no one's even attempted to rebut.
I am curious, again, not a fan of Nick Fuentes, but if you're going to, like, what specifically is his issue about his anti, everyone, standpoint? Like, what's wrong with that in theory? And maybe Fuentes says some things that I'm not aware of, but like, if he's simply just like has his views, if he's not asking for the harm of other people, maybe he is, I don't know. What's wrong with being like that?
But it 95% or whatever the number is, if members of Congress take AIPAC money, how is that good? Shut up, Nazi! So if that's your only defense, you've lost. You've lost. You didn't even enter the game. We're playing different games. I'm trying to tell the truth, convince people that what I think is true is actually true. And you're trying to make me be quiet because you don't like it. You can shoot me or you can shoot everybody, but it doesn't go away because the truth is an immovable object. It just exists and you conform to it or you don't, but it doesn't change.
I mean, so Dave Rubin has me blocked, I think. Let's see. Yes, Dave Rubin has me blocked. So he also has Kongman blocked now because Kongman called him out for being gay. So there you have it. So Dave Rubin does not like, if Dave Rubin is so proud of who he is, why is he blocking people for calling him what he is? I'm curious about that. Why does he get so upset for people calling him exactly what he is? It's an interesting theory, don't you think? I think Dave Rubin is the people like Dave Rubin and Ben Shapiro. That's where this is where a lot of these people lose the focus and lose the plot. Nick Fuentes is not the problem. Dave Rubin and Ben Shapiro are the problem. And because they are the problem, it's allowed people to look to other people like Fuentes. Rubin, Ben Shapiro, Mark Levin, those clowns are the problem. If you're upset because someone else is getting elevated, don't look at the person that's getting elevated in people's eyes. Look at the people that had the fucking platform. Look at the people that had the millions and millions of followers, and look at where they have pushed everyone to by their own behavior. It's unbelievable that people can't see that. Ben Shapiro is the biggest problem in conservative media, conservative talking points, everything, because he's such a massive name and he has done nothing but slowly lose a ton of the credibility that he spent years gaining. He has lost almost all of it. And so that's why I look to people like them as they are the problem. I'm not going to look at Fuentes as being the problem. I look at the people like Gay Rubin, who's literally blocking people for calling him gay. Dave Rubin claims to be a proud gay man with his husband while they adopt boys. And yet when you get called gay, you block people? Okay. Whatever. So anyway, but I just thought that was funny to show that off with Congman because it's just funny to see him get triggered. They didn't adopt. What is it called with what they did? ACC75 says, so Jeremy is now hiding from Mossad in a remote cabin somewhere in Alaska, huh? What did you do, by the way? Wrap your mobile in aluminum foil because I can't track you. Swirly BS says, those slippers are why I have 3 kids. ACC75 says, those Kirby slippers will get crusty real quick. Olympian Products says Dave Rubin called. He wants to know if you can recommend a surrogate for him. I told him you were searching black holes and would get him back to him later. I'll pass. Surrogacy, yeah. So basically, Gay Rubin and his husband found surrogates, and basically, it's so fucking disgusting, dude. It's like, it is creepy to go through that level. That's bad, man. It's really bad. How can anybody support that? Seriously. It's really disgusting. Midnight Light says, when Jeremy has his merch up, he's like the internet's version of a merch person selling at a table. Happy Thanksgiving, you figs. Hail the 199, Beardo Fat. Hey, man, we only got one night left. You got to go over there. You got to check the merch out. See, I just have the merch up. You send a super chat, makes me talk about the merch. I wasn't going to talk about it, but now you're making me talk about it. It's not my fault. Was that like a little DSP right there? Sounded like a little DSP. ACC75 says Dave Rubin doesn't like those Kirby slippers. All right, I do have an Asmund Gold clip where apparently he asked DSP about the moment. Is this true? So if you guys, DSP infamously got caught, you know what, on a live stream. He didn't know it was happening. He didn't know that he was live. How do you do that, man? Like, come on. How does that happen? Let's listen to this. Apparently he asked him about it.
Can I just say it? Is it all right if I just, we just talk straight?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so whenever you went on stream and you accidentally got caught jerking off, you got suspended by Twitch, right?
No.
What?
I was not streaming on Twitch. I was streaming on YouTube.
So you weren't streaming on Twitch when that happened?
No, I was actually not a Twitch streamer at that time. I was only streaming on YouTube. and nothing happened at all. I had zero repercussions for it because it wasn't. There was no nudity. There was no sound. It was just my O face, basically.
Right, of course. And so, why don't you stream on Twitch?
It's a good question.
I mean, wouldn't you just make more money? Like, I mean, you're streaming on Kick, you're streaming on YouTube. Like, I mean, at least on Twitch, like, is that if you're streaming on Twitch, you can at least make some money from ads. But like, if you're streaming on YouTube, how the fuck do you make any money? Because like, you're gonna get like fucking super chats maybe, or like a subscription, but that's about it, right?
Oh no, I mean, I get ad revenue on every stream that I do on YouTube.
Yeah, but it's not like
if it were a video playing.
Yeah, it's not like Twitch though. Twitch pays way more.
Twitch pays way more for ads.
They still do. They still do. If you're not like me,
that is so funny. And it wasn't. What's the story with DSP where didn't he spend like a bunch of money? It was a WWE game, if I'm not mistaken. I think there was like the WWE mobile game. I talked about this a while back, but I don't keep up with DSP that much, so I can't remember what it was. WWE Champions or something like that. Mobile game. He spent like a lot of money. Watch Keno Casino. I know Keno has all the information. $15,000. $15,000. Holy crap. Mike's need says, I don't like the way he looks. Well, that's pretty direct. You're just like, I just don't like the way he looks. Let's see. 15K is nothing compared to the Diablo Immortal Whales. I thought it's a political channel. Mine? No, you thought wrong. I am a retard channel. So when you are a retard channel, you talk about everything. But no, this is not a political channel. I don't talk politics at all, actually. I think talking politics it's way too divisive. I don't really like talking about divisive topics because I don't want to offend anyone. I think that's an easy way to lose audience. And I have the thing I've done since the beginning of YouTube is to just never talk about anything that is divisive, because there's a lot of universally accepted things online, and I choose to talk about those things because anything that is divisive online is not good for business. Okay, so I try never to talk about politics or anything that's gonna get people upset. So just it's the best way to go. So that's me anyway. Talk about Israel. Oh yeah, I mean everybody loves Israel, so that's why I talk about Israel. Like Israel's like the least divisive topic. Like literally all of my friends in India love Israel. Every single one of them. Like I haven't never met a person in India that doesn't like Israel. Every single one of them. With that said, okay, we got this video. I am interested in this. Bill O'Reilly takes on social media influencers. Bill O'Reilly takes on social media influencers. I don't think Bill O'Reilly understands social media influencers. I don't think he does at all.
Hey, Bill O'Reilly here with another YouTube bonus. Thank you for being a subscriber to our YouTube channel. We hope you're enjoying it.
The way that he says that, we are already setting a tone that this man does not understand social media. And he's like, thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel. We appreciate it.
Now, I stay out of the social media world.
No shit. No shit.
Frightens me. I don't really have time, but there are now thousands of podcasts and people who are bloviated. Some of it's worthy and some of it isn't. But do I want to spend the time sorting it all out? I don't really have the time. I got to cover the news every day. That means I have to verify stories.
Before we continue, do you guys want to see the greatest video ever made by Bill O'Reilly? So you all remember, we'll do it live. Okay. You all remember that, right? It's a legendary internet video. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Okay. Well, have you seen the version of him versus Christian Bale. Because if you all remember Christian Bale's meltdown on the set of Terminator Salvation. So now we have Christian Bale versus Bill O'Reilly. Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome. Here we go. Here we go.
That's tomorrow. And that is it for us today.
What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
I want you off the fucking set, you prick.
Okay, but now I can't read it. There's no words on it.
What don't you fucking understand?
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out?
Fuck's sake, man, you're amateur. What don't you get about it? Are you professional or not?
I don't know what that means, to play us out. What does that mean?
Oh, shut the fuck up.
To end the show?
No! No!
All right, go.
You're unbelievable, man. You're unfucking believable.
That's tomorrow, and that is...
Give me a fucking answer!
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay.
Let's go again!
We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Oh, good for you!
Fucking thing sucks!
The fucking kick your fucking ass! You don't shut up for a second, all right?
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
Stay off the fucking set, man. Seriously, man, you and me, we're fucking done professionally.
Woo! That is gold right there. Absolute gold. Do you know what else is gold? 1992 space movie with 50 gifted memberships. 50 gifted memberships. What happens when 50 gifted memberships drop around these parts? Do you know, ladies and gentlemen, anybody know what happens? We get a blessing from the one, the only Anna Paulina Luna in the house. 50 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go. Right there. Yep. That's good. Stream is good. Stream has been a good stream now. We can end the stream now. We can go home. It's over. Damn. That was good. Thank you, 1992 space movie. I appreciate that. 50 gifted memberships. That's a lot. All right, let's hear what Bill O'Reilly has to say, because he knows nothing about social media. So for him to take on social media influencers has got to be weird.
I have to advance stories. I have to find out what's true. I have to find out what isn't true. It takes a lot of time to do that. I can't be sitting on a podcast for an hour and a half. But I know that millions of Americans love the social media podcast, commentary, analysis, conspiracy.
Hang on. This guy said, I've been lied to. You have been lied to, and for bullshit YouTube money. What does that mean? I only highlighted it so I could grift it, but I'm just like, what does that mean? Are you from India? It's okay if you are. I'm not mad at you. Wait, what? Hang on. He just responded. Keep it coming. T-Mobile loves it. What? What does that even mean? What's wrong with T-Mobile? I mean, I have Verizon, okay? Swirly BS for $100. Says, hurry up, wife is brushing her teeth. All right, dude, I gotta respect that. Okay, we have the discount for Sydney Sweeney. Okay, discount, holiday discount. Boom, there it is. Okay, holiday discount, Sydney Sweeney. There we go. Stop talking to the bot, Jeremy. You can make money off of it though. That's the whole point. Maybe I should hire some Indian bots to shit on me in my chat, and then I can make money off of it. Okay. And by the way, red dress is that's a good dress. It's a really good dress. All right. Like that's a good dress. I respect that dress. Do you respect that dress? But thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Sydney Sweeney in the house. Jiggle all the way. Someone needs to make, okay. Hollywood, I'm about to give you $1 billion movie. Make a Christmas movie with Sydney Sweeney and call it Jiggle All the Way. $1 billion. You're welcome. Like, seriously, would that not? I mean, it could just be her running slowly. That would make $1 billion. 1,000%. Thank you, brother. Let me take it down before. Okay, maybe she won't see it. Didn't happen, bro. We're good. Bullshit YouTube money. Hail Unit 199. Mod Lives Matter. Chat Lives Matter. Zwanny in the house. See there? Bill doesn't look interested. I didn't see that picture of O'Reilly. Hey, O'Reilly, can you make the same face DSP was making in that video? Thanks, Bill. All right, let's continue on.
See world. They love it. You ain't get enough of it. I'm going to run down a few people that you probably know. And we're not doing this with any kind of malice. Okay, we don't do that here. More of a fact-based.
I don't dislike Bill O'Reilly. I used to watch O'Reilly a lot for the when he was on the O'Reilly Factor. I was pretty surprised when he had magically popped up like several years later after he got fired from Fox News, and I'm like, oh, he's still alive. Well, a lot of you are reacting the same way. Now, oh wow, Bill's still alive? But yes, he is. And I had the same kind of thought as well. So, but I like O'Reilly. I think O'Reilly has fairly level-headed takes, but he is the definition of an old boomer who does not understand the internet at all.
Situation. And I'll be very curious to know what you think of our analysis. So, first one is Candace Owens, 36 years old.
Oh, boy.
Born in White Plains, New York.
He's going to talk about Candace. Let's go.
Grew up in Stamford, Connecticut. Nice town. Went to the University of Rhode Island, but did not graduate. Okay. She is being sued by Macron, the president of France, and his wife, because she said Brigitte Macron is really a man. Roll the tape.
And 1,000%. She was born a man, lived as a man for 30 years, and then transitioned at some time in the 80s.
But are you worried about getting in trouble for slander by saying that?
I have welcomed the lawsuit. I mean, Emmanuel Macron sent me a threat before we published, and we went back.
So Brigitte, you're saying is a...
Okay, I'm glad I clicked on this video. This shit's good. I have no idea what's about to happen.
Male.
Mm-hmm. Biological. Believes.
Was a male or is a male?
Well, you can't really change those things in my world, but lives as a woman, clearly.
Okay. So I heard that story. I knew she was going to get sued, and she has. So the Macrons have filed against her in the state of Delaware. I think they did that because Candace Owens probably has a corporation registered in Delaware. That's what a lot of people do, but I'm not sure about that. But the case is active. It's a civil lawsuit. Okay. And it'll play out, take years. And it's expensive because Owens will have to hire an attorney, I would assume. But now she says that the Macrons are plotting to kill her.
This is great, dude. Having Bill O'Reilly, who has no idea what's happening on the internet, talk about this shit is friggin' glorious. I have no idea who else he's going to talk about, but this is good. This is good content right here. John freaking Murdoch for 50 says, "Hail Jeremy, hail Jess, or hey Jessica, welcome back to the land of the living. Glad you made it back safe. Hail 199, hail Chad, hail Jeremy, Mage Prime of the 199. Good to see John freaking Murdoch here in the house. Hope you have a good Thanksgiving, brother. And I will be live all week. I'll be live on Thanksgiving, everything. So it's gonna be a good week. I'll be here. And I hope everybody is I'm gonna be eating a lot of food that day, but I will go live at some point that day.
Oh, that's not good. And that the guy accused of assassinating Charlie Kirk trained with the French Legion 13th Brigade. So he was a French Foreign Legion guy, or I don't know. Now, I've never met, as I said, Miss Owens. I have no feeling personally one way or the other. I don't believe that Brigitte Macron is a man. I think that's going to be fairly easy to prove
This is
that she's a woman. And I don't believe that Charlie Kirk was being stalked by French legionnaires. But that's me. Okay. Under the First Amendment, Candace Owens can say what she wants. Nobody can shut her down, but the individual companies that carry her commentary, they can. But she can be sued, and she is. All right, that's number one. I'm kind of agnostic. I mean, I don't really know what her end game is.
Her end game is to make as much money as possible, and she's good at it. Again, man, I think Candace Owens is incredibly smart. I think she knows exactly what she's doing. And hey, man, more power to her. Again, I don't like Candace, but she knows what she's doing. John Wayne says, "Oh, what fun it is to ride with Sydney, jiggling all the way." Damn right. Our boy got caught. Literally got caught red-handed. She gave me the finger. Ironically, my wife is long, blonde-haired, blue eyes with fabulous assets. And you already have people in the chat going, "Does she have a sister?" I already saw it. I already saw people responding. So. Sorry you got caught, man, but tell her we appreciate it. Tell her we appreciate it.
I don't think that she has a lot of influence over people's lives, but I could be wrong. Again, I'm not in that world. Next guy is
Candace has a lot of influence. The people that watch her believe her. They believe what she's saying, and they run with it. They just do. And whatever, man, it is what it is.
Nick Fuentes.
Oh no. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go.
He's 27 years old. Chicago suburb raised. He's been accused of being a white supremacist. He says he's not. And he made a lot of news, or got a lot of attention by saying the Holocaust is exaggerated. Roll the tape.
There's Holocaust museums everywhere. They're popping up all the time. And the Holocaust is, by law, required to be a part of the curriculum. And they go into like a 4th grade classroom and they show 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, obscene graphic pictures of like emaciated corpses and all this stuff. In the last 40 years, there have been hundreds of films made about the Holocaust in Hollywood. What is the intended effect of all of this? I think it's meant to engender in people a profound sympathy for Jews. And it's supposed to say, you know, if we criticize Jews, it could lead to a Holocaust.
Okay, so That's kind of irresponsible. The Holocaust is a historical fact. 6 million Jews were targeted and murdered in grisly ways. Should be.
As I've said, I not specific to, Holocaust or whatever, but just in general, because of recent events in the past 10, 15 years, I don't believe anything that I've been taught. I just don't. I don't believe anything that I was taught when growing up. I don't believe any of these historical events because if Donald Trump is not the person that he is, Donald Trump would, in 50 years from now, 100 years from now, we would have been, and listen, it still could happen for all we know, but I'm just saying, like, the fact that Trump won in 2024, Trump was a head turn away from not being with us. And the history books would then have said, Donald Trump, literally Hitler Part 2, assassinated by the very toxic, crowd that he, pandered to, or something like that. He would have been branded a white supremacist, a racist, a sexist, a dictator, an insurrectionist, any other ist words you want to throw into that. That's what history would have told us about Donald Trump. And it still could. They still may write it that way, depending on what happens. But I mean, like, living through 2020 with COVID, and again, I'm not a doctor. I have to say that shit on this fucking platform. But I literally witnessed they renamed the common cold and told everyone to go get a jab or you're gonna die. They talked people into separating from their loved ones. They talked people into not going to their funerals. They made people postpone weddings over the flu. What do we? And people were just like, yeah, put on a mask, bro. Give me my 5th booster, bro. I have no idea, man. What I do know, what I believe is that the thing that I'm told to believe the most is the thing that I am going to question the most. Because the thing that the media and the powers that be in Hollywood and the mainstream and whoever, the thing that they want you to believe the most is the thing that I am going to question the most. That's just how I'm programmed on anything. So with Bill just going, well, it's a historical fact. Well, so can we just not question anything in history because it's a historical fact at that point?
Taught in every school because it can't happen again. Doesn't matter whether it's Jews or Irish or Lebanese. It doesn't matter. We can't have governments wiping out individual races. So, number one, Mr. Fuentes doesn't really understand history. And that's why I never really took him seriously in any way. Because you can make up your own history, right? You can deny anything you want. He looks like he has an animus toward Jews. Maybe he doesn't. I never met him. Young guy. I wouldn't put him on my program because why am I going to give people that kind of a forum? If you don't feel sorry.
Bill, he has a bigger forum than you. It's sad but true. And that's the boomer in Bill O'Reilly. Fuentes has so much more pull than you, Bill. He just does.
Sorry. The innocent people murdered by the Germans in World War II. And not just Jews, but millions of people all over the place. Then there's something wrong with you. But the Jews got it the worst. And that's why Israel exists, because they had to have some place to go. And President Truman knew that. So this guy, that's a real fringe play there. All right.
If he put Fuentes on, it'd probably be his most viewed video in years. And I'm saying that as not a fan.
And he got a lot of attraction. He got a lot of traction. I think he had lunch with President Trump and stuff like that. So Megyn Kelly, my old colleague at Fox News, very popular, very good broadcaster. I don't think.
Mark says, I'm making a mistake carrying water for Fuentes. Fuentes haters are just as bad as Fuentes fans. I've been memeing and roasting Fuentes for the majority of this fucking podcast. I literally called his fans Indians earlier in the show. Good God. You call balls and strikes, and people are like, I can't believe you're carrying water for Fuentes. Like, what are you talking about? Good Lord.
If there's any question about that, skilled. Out on her own now. She makes a living doing analysis on a whole bunch of places. And she's always in social media, and she's very controversial. So the latest thing was her analysis of Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, is this the one I reacted?
And this person has told me.
This is the one I reacted to. This was so bad. This was so fucking bad. I don't know how many of you have seen this, but I had, when I reacted to this, not this clip, I wasn't reacting because I heard that there was, you know, Mark, oh my God, Mark. I swear, man. Like, see, this is the problem. This is the problem I have with Fuentes fans and Fuentes haters, is that you have no ability to fucking think. Mark says, Jeremy, you said Nick Fuentes isn't a problem. I said Ben Shapiro and Dave Rubin are the problem. Because if people like Ben Shapiro and Dave Rubin don't lose the trust of so many fucking people, then they are not going to turn to someone like Fuentes. There's always going to be someone to manipulate when others lose support. You cannot put the problem on the person that's going to take advantage of someone else fucking up. You need to put the responsibility on the person that had the responsibility in the first fucking place. Fucking hell, dude. Like it's like in The Dark Knight. Alfred says it to Batman, says it to Bruce. You beat them into the ground so much that these criminals turn to a man that they don't fully understand. That's what happens. Anyway, continuing on.
From the start, years and years ago, that Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a pedophile. This is this person's view, who was there for a lot of this.
This is
But
wild.
that he was into the bear.
Yeah, let's get back to this point, because what Megyn Kelly says here is absolutely insane. Okay. So I was reacting to this whole video from Megyn Kelly. I didn't know she said this in the video when it got to it, but I'm like, I was uncomfortable hearing what she has to say right here. And it's hard for me to be uncomfortable on anything because shit talking is just the way of life. But the conversation she gets into and the things that she's talking about, this is crazy, dude.
Years and years ago, that Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a pedophile. This is this person's view, who was there for a lot of this, but that he was into the barely legal type. Like he liked 15-year-old girls.
That ain't barely legal type. What planet are we living in where we're trying to give this? I heard from someone who said Jeffrey Epstein wasn't into, it's like, oh my God. One more time.
But that he was into the barely legal type. Like he liked 15-year-old girls. And I realize this is disgusting. I'm definitely not trying to make an excuse for this. I'm just giving you facts. That he wasn't into like 8-year-olds, but he liked the very young teen types that could pass for even younger than they were, but would look legal to a passerby.
And again, yes, Megyn is quoting someone else. I just don't want, why is this conversation even worth having? There's nothing, because the problem here is that she's trying to, I guess she's acknowledging like that there's a difference between a 15 and an 8-year-old in Jeffrey Epstein's eyes, and there's not. It's all horrible and it's all terrible. And if that's who he was preying upon, that doesn't make it any better.
And that is what I believed, and that was what I reliably was told for many years.
So she got a lot of heat from that, Miss Kelly did. But my question would be, why bother with that?
Yes.
So Megyn Kelly's a lawyer. I mean, she's a smart woman. She knows the business. Good interviewer. Can get some answers to difficult questions. So with that skill set, why do you want to do that? I mean, it's not germane to anything. Jeffrey Epstein got what he deserved. He should have gotten a lot sooner. He didn't deserve to be on a planet. All right. So right now he's enjoying hell with the people on the cover of my book, Confronting Evil. Mao and the Ayatollah, Adolf, and soon to be Putin.
Did Bill work in a book plug? Hey, man. I mean, did he work in a book plug on that?
He got it a lot sooner. He didn't deserve to be on a planet. All right. So right now he's enjoying hell with the people on the cover of my book, Confronting Evil.
I respect it. I respect the grift. Respect the grift. All right.
Mao and the Ayatollah, Adolf, and soon to be Putin. That's where Jeffrey Epstein is. So why are we trying to define what his proclivities were? I didn't get the end game to that. So when you're a broadcaster and you get into controversial areas, and anything with Epstein is controversial, there's got to be a reason. Or there's got to be, you want to advance the story. This is just, well, somebody told me this, and for what? To me, it's like, why bother with this? So that's what happened there. American homeowners, the FBI
All right,
has been
Bill.
warning all of us.
We respected the grift a little bit, but let's come on now. We got to get past it. So he'll have his promo code. Let's get his promo code there. We respect the grift that much.
Your equity today. That's HomeTitleLock.com. Promo code Bill.
Promo code Bill.
Use the link below.
There you
That's
go.
HomeTitleLock.com. Promo code Bill. Laura Loomer. All right. She is.
This is Jeremy in 30 years. I hope that I will not be on the internet in 30 years. I hope. But now he's going to talk about Laura Loomer. Oh, boy.
Promo code Bill. Laura Loomer. All right. She is 32, Tucson, Arizona. Has a rapport with President Trump. No doubt about that. And here's one of her latest. Go.
We need to stop talking about big tech social media censorship as solely a free speech issue. The act of deplatforming and debanking and depriving, mostly white Christian conservative Americans. I'm not a Christian, I'm Jewish, right? But I consider myself to be a white advocate.
A white advocate. Okay. Why are we breaking color lines down? I don't think white people need an advocate. We're the majority. We hold the power, always have. Why do we want to be in that kind of a divisive playing field?
Well, I mean, because clearly white people have been under attack from the Democrats, from Hollywood, from big tech. Absolutely. So, like, yeah, I don't know what the issue is from that. I mean, is there a white entertainment channel? I remember growing up, there was BET, Black Entertainment Channel. And I'm like, well, is there a white entertainment channel? And they were like, well, CMT. And I'm like, Then just name it white entertainment television. Oh, you can't do that. Can't do that. Why? And they're like, oh, you guys have NASCAR. Guess what they started doing to NASCAR? DEI initiatives in NASCAR. Look what's happened to NASCAR since it's focused on DEI initiatives. You know? What's happened? It's dog shit. No one goes to the races anymore.
Again, what's the point? I don't know. Is that advancing anything, making the country better? And I say the same thing to the black advocates. If it's all about skin,
I mean, ultimately, the bottom line is you know, when I was growing up in the 80s and the 90s, you know, there was no emphasis on race. There was no emphasis on identity. It was just people being friends with people, looking up to who they wanted to look up to, whether it was in movies or sports or entertainment, whatever. Like, it was just people being people. Yeah, I mean, you still had different groups of people hanging out with different groups of people because that's just natural. But like, there was never like an initiative to be like, you have to, you know, do this or do that. It wasn't like that. And as after the Obama, you know, presidency, that's where a lot of this identity politics stuff took off. And he was absolutely inserted into that position so that, you know, the powers that be could, you know, push this identity politics stuff. And Obama was the perfect weapon that they installed into the system so that they could elevate this stuff. So I thought that, you know, things were perfectly fine in the 80s and the 90s. You know, I've always found that, you know, you hang out with whatever group of people you're interested in, but you were never pressured to hang out with any particular group or vice versa back then.
color, you're not helping the country. Okay? Should be we're all in together. Finally, Lara Logan, who I do know. All right, so I know Ms. Kelly and I know Lara Logan. And Lara Logan was an unbelievably skilled reporter. She was CBS News' chief foreign affairs correspondent, appointed that in 2006. And she did excellent reporting from Afghanistan, everywhere. She was caught in a terrible.
Jeremy is right. Now people feel the need to emphasize race, for example, now. Yeah, 100%. I mean, even like the reason that I don't know why it is the way it is, but it's like, you know, being a straight white male is definitely the number one target overall. But honestly, being a non-straight white male and having an opinion that doesn't line up with the narrative is substantially worse in the eyes of the left. Because if it's easy to dismiss the straight white male, it's easy to go, well, they're toxic, racist, Trump supporter, whatever. But when there is a black dude that doesn't line up with the narrative, the left deems that to be a big issue because you can't dismiss that person when they are out there and they are prominent. That's a big problem for the left. Same with the, you know, a woman, you know, white woman, black woman, whatever. That's a big fucking problem. Huge problem. So anyway.
Terrible situation in Egypt where she was assaulted. And I really have a lot of respect for Lara Logan, South African, 54 years old. And now she is, I guess, podcasting or doing something. Roll the tape.
Is God okay? I don't really know much about Laura Logan, but Creighton says Laura Logan traded BJs for helicopter rides in Iraq. Congrats to those helicopter pilots.
With a closed border.
It's much bigger than that. God believes that in sovereignty and national identity and the sanctity of family and all the things that we've lived with from the beginning of time. And he knows that the open border is Satan's way of taking control of the world through all of these people who are his stooges and his servants. And they may think that they're going to become gods. That's what they tell us. Yuval Noah Harari and all the rest of them at the World Economic Forum. You know, the ones who want us eating insects, cockroaches, and that while they dine on the blood of children?
I don't know what happened to Larry. I don't know if anybody's dining on the blood of children, but all I can tell you is one was a brilliant reporter at one time. Now, does it bother me that what she said to Bowling? No, because it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean a thing, but I feel bad for her.
Yeah, I don't really care.
And I'm not being condescending. I don't know what happened. Boy, was she a good reporter. She's a better reporter than me.
I don't really. Okay, so I feel like Bill O'Reilly has some people that work for him that put some names together for him to react to, because especially Candace Owens and Nick Fuentes. And they were like, Bill, if you do just like a reaction to this, it's going to get a lot of people talking. Bill has no fucking idea what he's talking about. Like, he truly doesn't. In terms of these social media people, he has absolutely no idea. He really doesn't. And, but I did find entertainment out of hearing him kind of go over that, because I had no idea what direction he was going to go. But you know what? We got somebody that we can react to that's a social media influencer. Okay. You ready for this one? Pokimane. Pokimane is going viral because she apparently showing off an engagement ring that she bought herself. A lot of you were saying, girl, just go get one for yourself. So that's what I did. The person that you are engaged to is the most in your that you are engaged to the most in your entire lifetime is your damn self. So why shouldn't I get this ring? Oh no. Oh no.
Engagement ring for myself. Okay, but you guys told me to. In the comments my last video, you guys kept talking about a ring. A lot of you were saying, girl, just go get one for
Okay, first of all, I truly believe Pokimane has a boyfriend or whatever, but she's also like she knows how the internet works, and so she's not going to tell anyone, which I don't recommend putting your relationships on the internet anyway, but that's what she's doing.
yourself. So that's what I did. A ring at Bulgari that I just fell in love with. It felt like way too much to get for myself, but then the more I thought about it, I was like, I hope someday I actually get engaged. The person that you are engaged to the most in your entire lifetime is your damn self. So why shouldn't I get this ring for my damn self? So this is me proposing to myself. Damn!
So what's going to happen is a bunch of dudes are going to get in her comments. A bunch of dudes are going to be like, I'll marry you. Here's money. I'll marry you. Here. That's all this is. This is all this is.
Look at the gorgeous diamonds. And the packaging is beautiful, the way that it contrasts. You know when jewelry is so pretty, you want to eat it? Is that just me? Like, it's so delectable. Will I be with me for the rest of my life? Well, yes, I've no choice. But yes, I'm going to have the opportunity to gift my husband the sickest engagement ring for men that there ever was, and I cannot wait. You guys know how much I love gift giving, and just that idea makes me so happy.
Harley Dave's here. What up, Harley Dave? Jesus, that was more. I've not watched it. I've seen people reacting to it online. Like I saw Tectone react to it. I saw Asmongold react to it. And so I'm like, what is going on here? But yeah, it's right here. Tectone says, holy fuck, this is the most pathetic thing I've seen in my entire life. Good Lord. I think Asmon responded. There's Matt. It's the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. Oh, yeah, that's right. When Anita Sarkeesian married herself, I remember that. Anita Sarkeesian did the same thing where she married herself. Yep. Good Lord, man. Somebody says Jeremy's out of content. Oh, you think I'm out of content? You want to test me? Hold on just a minute, okay? Hang on just a minute. You think I'm out of content? Okay. How about this, ladies and gentlemen? We have a JD Advanced plushie that people are starting to sell. Do you know who started selling plushies first? That's right, the Fellowship, the 199, okay, EFAP, starting trends, and now we have JD Advanced plushie. Who's out of content now? This is a hard-hitting news show, okay? Charlie for 50 says you are out of content. Out of content. We got a JD Advanced plushie sighting, and you're telling me I'm out of content? Are you going to get me fired up? Because I can get rolling. There's plenty to talk about. Do you want to talk about a politician? Do you want to talk about a certain politician by a certain name that's getting elected? Did you know about that? Let me show you this headline right here in reference to that story, okay? Check this out, okay? Breaking. A politician named Adolf Hitler is set to win election in Southern Africa country. We are living in a simulation. I truly believe it at this point in time. We are living in a simulation. There is no way this is real. It's a simulation, man. I'm telling you. You got to be kidding me. What's Harley saying in the chat? Harley says JD disenfranchised. Disenfranchised. So yeah, what do you think about this? So here it is. Literally Hitler is about to be, that gives new meaning to the term literally Hitler. Trump was literally Hitler. Now, literally Hitler is going to get elected. You can't call Trump literally Hitler anymore. Swirly BS for a proper 199. It's been a rough 5 years in oil and gas. We finally got our life back. Not to be a Jeremy, but I got baptized last year, and your free content has meant more to me than you know. I can now show appreciation to you the only way I can. Grind it out. If only a fig is your enjoyment. Dude, first of all, that is awesome, man. Congratulations. I am truly a lucky person to be able to do what I do for a living. And I'm blessed to do it by I'm going to go full, what's his face? Power of the People from WWE. Cam Man's going to tell me. Why am I drawing a blank on him? He got indicted with Vince. You guys are going to remember. People power. People power. John Laurinaitis. Yes, John Laurinaitis. So I was going to go full John Laurinaitis, that the people allow me to do what I do. But it really is, no one has to ever give me a dime. And that right there, like, clearly the $200 is nice. But that aside, grifting aside, sarcasm aside, you saying that, like, my free content meant more to you than I know is truly awesome. Like, that is amazing. So I do appreciate that. I've been doing this for a long time, and I've met a lot of cool ass people, and I know everybody goes through different things. Everybody's got stuff going on, and I'm a fan of YouTubers as well. And sometimes I lose track of this. So, like, that week that I was traveling when I went up to up north to meet the Hasbro guys, or the former Hasbro guys that worked on G.I. Joe. I didn't do a lot of streaming that week. So many people were like, dude, even if you can go live for just a little bit, it matters. I saw Ladybug in the chat earlier. She probably doesn't know I saw this comment, but Ladybug was saying, since no one was streaming to entertain me, I watched Frankenstein. And she liked the movie. Frankenstein's a damn good movie. And I was looking at it, I go, man, I could have been streaming. Ladybug would have been able to watch. So anyway, that being said, I appreciate it, man. And congratulations on everything. Major respect to you, sir. Major respect. Harley Dave says, not to be a Jeremy, but I don't go into the closet. Thank you, Harley Dave. Is Ladybug here? I haven't seen her. See there, Ladybug? Are you here? See, earlier you were saying no one was streaming. Now here I am talking about you. And a shout out to Ladybug. I don't know if she's here, though. I haven't seen her. Harley Dave says, you are out of content. I'm never out of content. My bookmarks on Twitter will never allow me to be out of content. Cosmic Cowboy for 20 says, I don't think you shouldn't question history, but do the research. That's why I have problems with people like Tucker Carlson pushing unproven World War II conspiracies to a wide audience that don't know any better. I mean, ultimately, it's the things that, how do I say this? And I appreciate it, Cosmic Cowboy. I don't know how to explain it. It's just that when there is clearly something that so many people blindly want you to believe without questioning it, I question it. Because no one, what the internet has shown us is that there is no universal opinions on anything, really, except that The Dark Knight is like a perfect movie. But outside of that, there's really no perfect, like opinions out there. There's no universally accepted opinions. And I say that about The Dark Knight because even though The Dark Knight is one of the greatest movies ever made, there's going to be somebody in the chat that say The Dark Knight sucks. Nolan's overrated. Because that's what happens on the internet. There's not a single opinion I can give you. There's even people that say Sydney Sweeney's overrated. Stop. Okay. But so when you see that there's this consensus and everyone just thinks you should get that jab and everyone thinks you should get your 5th booster, and you're like, why? And there's a new series out right now that I've talked about a couple times called Pluribus. It's from Vince Gilligan, who's the creator of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. This is his new series. And there's a 4th episode out that I haven't watched yet, but there's 3 episodes in. There's a 4th that just released, but I've only seen the first 3. It feels like it's definitely moving towards this kind of like hive mind mindset or this AI mindset of just, hey, whatever you need, we're here to agree with you. We're here to give you your opinion. We're here to validate you. That's what it feels like. Pluribus is so fucking good so far. And again, it could go off the rails, but so essentially the premise is that how do I don't want to spoil anything, but there is this thing that takes over literally every single human being on the planet, except for I think there's 12 people. And every single human being on the planet is now one. They're all one. And they're super happy. And they're here to do anything you need. There's 12 people that were not affected. And the one person that we're following is the one person that she's like the most miserable person in the world. And the whole premise is that everybody is basically a walking AI zombie, and they have no ability to tell sarcasm. So like she requests a grenade as a joke. They brought her a live grenade that she thought was a fake grenade because there's no way they would bring her a real grenade. And it's just, that's typical AI for you, where AI can't tell sarcasm. And that's where we're heading. We're heading into a future of AI running everything if we don't do something about it. And the idea that our emotions, that our feelings, all of that are just completely thrown aside. There's a movie that I've talked about many times. It's one of the greatest movies ever made, in my opinion. It's a movie a lot of people have probably not seen, but it has my favorite actor, Equilibrium, with Christian Bale. And Equilibrium takes place in the future. after World War III. World War III happens. It's a devastating war. It's terrible. And what is the thing that creates war? Emotion. So this new leadership rises to power and essentially gets rid of everything that creates emotion: literature, music, entertainment, sports, colors, anything. Like it's basically, it goes from McDonald's in the 80s to McDonald's now. There's nothing to create emotion in a new McDonald's. You don't go into a new McDonald's now. You don't see Ronald McDonald. You don't see whimsical colors. It looks like a fucking bank. It looks like the fucking DMV. That's what the world of equilibrium is created into. And everybody has to take this injection that kind of subdues them. And there's this rebels underground that have saved things like the Mona Lisa and certain literature and music. And when they find these people underground, they incinerate them because they're sense offenders. That's exactly where the fuck we're heading, man. We are heading there if we don't slow something down. So I don't know what put me on that topic, but we're fucked, essentially. That's it. Look up Equilibrium lightsaber edits. I have not seen Equilibrium lightsaber edits. I want to see those now. I love how I'm talking about all these things passionately while we literally have a black man named Adolf Hitler that's about to be elected. What is happening in this world? What is happening? Whew. Good Lord, we're screwed. We're done. It's over. Z-Herb says, what's up, Jeremy? Hope all is good. Letting everyone know I'm Australian, not Indian. And yes, I do work for Israel. How do you think Jeremy gets paid? Exactly. Thank you so much. JDT199 says, the Sweeney jiggle makes me hit the floor. Looks like two hams fighting in the grocery store. Hell yeah. Harley Dave says, so you're out of content. Have you considered, I don't even know how to say that. So, how do you say it? I don't even know how to fucking pronounce it. I'm not even going to try. Dude, I'm never out of content, Harley, especially with you showing up. Since you're out of content, have you researched into turnarounds? See, that's the thing. If I'm ever out of content, I can just show all these hot chicks and I will make more money than I've made ever. Okay. So, let me see. Are we going to get turnarounds? The night is young. We shall see. ACC says Dave Rubin doesn't like the Kirby slippers. Oh, I got that one earlier. Just Mike says, first time catching you live in a while. Here's my replay tax from Jews for Jeremy Club. That's awesome. Twilight says DSP's WWE champions was 40K to 45K in a year. That's amazing. Honestly, I respect it. ACC says whenever Jeremy talks about Trump, he has a DSP-O face. Emo says, the next time anyone from your team acts up, give them the Joe Jackson treatment and make them grab a switch from outside. Taker says, but how do you feel about Azrael the cat, Jeremy? Everybody's interested in that opinion. Burbshit says, CB Meltdown needs to go on a soundboard. ACC says, Anapolina Luna, can I have your tuna? Harley Dave, I was on a work trip to Ohio tax. $450. Just rated Equilibrium on Criticalist. Okay, I need to do that. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you, Harley Dave. Is that where you were, Harley? Let's go to Criticalist right now. What does Equilibrium have? Let's see here. Find that. Man, Christian Bale's had so many good movies. It's crazy. All right, Equilibrium has a 70% on Criticalist. We got to change that. I haven't even rated it. 70%? No. That's like a 95%. That's like a 95% minimum. I mean, personally, like, and I'm not here to tell you it's a better movie than The Matrix. I'm just telling you that I prefer it over The Matrix. The Matrix is a better movie because it has a bigger budget, its scope is different and everything like that. But I prefer Equilibrium had a much smaller budget, but I love that movie so much. Thank you, Harley Dave. I'm glad to see you back, brother. Preston Sparks says, Boomer Sooner, we own you. Bama's still going to make the playoffs, so we're good. Jim P says, Cobra Commander, how is this shit ops against MAGA? Specifically, I don't know what you're talking about. If you're talking about like a certain question, I'm not sure. You know, it's not just about MAGA, but MAGA is the most powerful political movement of all time. But like I said, all of these bots and all of this stuff, it's affected every single aspect of our online discourse. It doesn't matter what it is. It's affected everything. But specifically for me, I've seen it affect movies and video games and entertainment, and now obviously politics. But I mean, it's even affected the theme park world. That's how crazy this shit is. Like, it's even affected the theme park world. It's everything. And that's what we're finally realizing with what Elon Musk did with showing the locations of these people and the things that they're saying, and understanding that, listen, man, I don't know, man. For me, like, when people ask me, so I'm a sports fan. When people ask me like, oh, well, who's the greatest, football player ever, a basketball player, I only judge players that I saw play. Like, I'm not going to judge like Wilt Chamberlain or, Johnny Unitas. I didn't see these guys play. I only judge on who I saw play. So why the fuck would I listen to someone overseas in India or Pakistan talk to me, or Malaysia? Shout out to Ian Miles Chong. Why would I listen to them as a voice about American politics and how things in America needs to operate? I wouldn't. And you wouldn't either. So it's just about, if you're qualified to talk about it, fine. But I think you need to be qualified to, that's why people keep bringing up the Israel thing. I just meme on it. Never been to Israel, never going to go to Israel. Don't give a shit about Israel. And 99% of the people that talk about Israel online, positively or negatively, have never been either. So why the fuck would I listen to any of them about any of it? Why? I wouldn't. I don't. I just meme on them. Captain Cook says, boring conservatives who know nothing about what they argue have lost academia, then Hollywood, then fantasy and sci-fi nerds, then video games. What's next? It's true. It is true. Swirly BS says, I dropped all my subs to NASCAR after 2020. I gave up on NASCAR when Tony Stewart retired. I don't remember what year that was. Somebody in the chat either knows or could look it up, but but even then it was already losing. It was already losing its personality before then. But when Tony Stewart retired, I was done for sure. I've tried to get back into it over the years, but NASCAR has no resemblance of what it was. It has zero resemblance of it. Wall P fake. Yeah, but we like to meme on it, and some people take it very seriously. Where is Johnny MAGA from? That's a good question. That guy loves Trump more than any person. It's crazy. Johnny MAGA. Let's look up his account. He's based in the United States. So, yeah, there you go. He's based in the U.S. He joined in 2021. So, yeah, there you go. So, there's Johnny MAGA. Darth Manic says, no, Jeremy, you'll be on the internet with or for us forever. This is a lifelong commitment. The choice isn't yours. It's ours. We own you. Hail. You know what? I don't disagree. I don't disagree. Brian Stewart says 30 years later on Mario Kart Galaxy 3, run it back. Did somebody say when Tony Stewart retired? Because I missed it if so. Did you see that Harry Sisson account was made in 2011 when he was 9? I did see that. Piano Dean says, Laura Logan has a couple of great personalities. Interesting. I didn't know that. ACC75 says, Bill is slurring his words like Chris Gore. ACC says, forget rings, incels by themselves, Kirby slippers. Harley Dave says, we should just sell the top of the muffins. Jerry. Sean Living Life says, all I want to know about Black Hitler is this. Will the trains run on time? Harley says, since you are out of content, would you like a grift? Yes, I would. I would absolutely like a grift. It's been a tough month, man. People are listen, I get it. I could go full DSP on you guys, but I would never do that. I would never do that. But everybody's doing Christmas shopping. That's why we had to drop the price of the Sydney Sweeney to 99 because everybody's Christmas shopping. ACC says Rudolph Rittler Netflix version. ACC says, so Jeremy questions world is round. Alabama take. ACC says we don't question gravity, so Jeremy don't believe in it. Taters Vivo says, but Jeremy, you forgot in history the good guys always win. Phil says, will Ye play his song for him? Jimmy Ray says, wait, what's a turnaround? This is the first time I'm hearing of this. Lord Botha says, here's some tech perspectives. In Terminator 3, when Skynet turns on, they say it's operating at 60 teraflops, which is less than one RTX 4090 GPU today. That is an interesting take. TGFMG says, hey, brother, glad to catch you live. Been a long day. Had to put our dog down today, not to put a damper on the night. Thanks for all you do. Hail the 109. God bless you. You're the second person that said that in the chat, man. You're the second person that had to put your dog down today. That's awful. Hopefully your dog had a good long life as well. As I said to the other guy, 14 and a half years was how long his dog lived. And that's, like I said, recently, when I say recently, gosh, it feels like yesterday, but I had a, puppy face, RIP puppy face. Had to put puppy face down. That was, I don't even remember now, man. It feels like yesterday because I miss him so damn much. But, he had a good long life, and that was the way I got through it because it's just the worst, man. And I second guess the decision. It's the word, like, it's such a terrible spot to put a dog owner in, but it's the reality of it. Like, you have to weigh your love for that dog versus how much pain you believe that the dog might be in, or, what the doctors are saying. I've never been in a situation where I felt good about making that decision because you're just always going to question it. But did you give the dog a good long life? That's really the most important question, because you're never going to fully be satisfied with, if you ever are faced with the decision to have to put your dog to sleep, you will never, ever feel like it was the right decision. I can't get through it. I've never felt good about it, and I'm never going to, but I always just go back to the fact that he had a good long life. And that's what I find satisfaction out of. Harley Dave says, motherfucker, now I feel like an asshole. My super chat. Thanks, Jerry. It's the snake pit, bro. They don't care. Right here. Hey, Jeremy, how's your back? Papa didn't go gentle. Dude, that's how we roll around here. Okay. We have a nice, kind of like, heartwarming moment, and then we're back to calling each other gay. That's just how it is. So, Cam says, I had to make that decision a lot. You're 100% correct. It does suck. It sucks. Now I'm laughing because fucking Harley Dave's making me laugh. Damn you, Harley. Anthony Gaming says, Christopher Nolan, I wish he continued the DC Universe movies. He would make a great Nightwing movie. I believe he would. The thing about Nolan's my favorite director. I'm glad that Nolan moved on from the DC movies. Obviously I loved all of his DC movies. But it was time for him to move on. And Nolan is the type to do unique IPs and different IPs and new IPs and all of that. I do think that Nolan he's asking for a lot of trouble with the Odyssey. I think that this is going to be by far the most heavily scrutinized project Christopher Nolan has ever done. I don't know how it's going to go. On paper, I don't think it's like, there's problems for sure. There's casting problems as well. I think on paper, his Batman movies don't sound good either. but they obviously turned out to be great. But The Odyssey, it's such a famous story. And Nolan is grounded in realism. And with the fantastical elements of The Odyssey that people are going to have expectations on, I just don't know, man. I really don't know I'm excited. I'm very excited because it's Christopher Nolan, and I always get excited for Christopher Nolan movies, and I always will. But I don't know, man. He better bring it with The Odyssey, because this thing could go really bad for him. So we'll see. Let's see here. 3, what's up? 3 says, "Hey Jeremy, here's my those sour chicks have lots of cats tax. I want to see where accounts are from, but their cat count should also be listed. Cat counts would be very beneficial." I agree completely. Thank you so much. Pre-on Course says, "Jeremy, which hamburger helper is made for Thanksgiving dinner this year in your quad wide?" Well, if I was eating hamburger helper this year, I would go with cheeseburger macaroni. Lasagna, though, lasagna is really good too, man. Hamburger helper lasagna. Listen, hamburger helper is pretty fucking amazing. Okay? Hamburger helper is one of the greatest things ever created in the history of the world. But I'm going to go with cheeseburger macaroni. I'm in a cheeseburger macaroni mood. So, and then second would be lasagna. But if you've never had a hamburger helper, you ain't living, okay? Because it is fucking awesome. Thank you for making me hungry. ACC says, "So it's normal to miss my dog even after 20 years. Yeah, I have dogs that I've missed, that they'll never leave me my memories of them unless I get, Alzheimer's or something. Lying Dog Face Pony Soldier with a gift of membership. Thank you. Rinzer says, "My dog passed away after the second dog super chat. And my wife also giving birth today." I have no idea if that's a troll or not. So, but thank you for the 5. Okay, so next up, because we are not out of topics, contrary to popular belief. Let me find it now. Harley Day says, "Hey Jeremy, I'm not sure why I'm giving you this, but it's cool. I've been fasting for 3 days just to support you. And happy Jessica." Hey. All right. So fasting for 3 days, not bad. I don't know what it is about me. Like, to me, it's very. I have a lot of friends that do fasting and stuff. It's really easy for me to lose weight when I need to. Not that I've ever needed to, really. I got a little drunk on Culver's there for about 6 months, and then I was like, you should probably stop eating Culver's. But my weight loss routine consists of stopping eating Culver's every day and stop eating Little Debbie fudge rounds and frosted fudge sticks and Swiss cake rolls. If you do that, you tend to lose weight. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy. This whole idea that if you stop eating junk food and if you stop eating fast food, you lose weight. Maybe I should write a book. All right. And Swiss cake rolls are amazing, by the way. And don't let anyone tell you different. They are amazing. Wait, what is this? Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, "We can't jail our way out of violence." What? There's no way he said exactly what this headline says. Brandon Johnson says, "We can't jail our way out of violence. It's racist." Hang on. I got to hear this.
We cannot incarcerate our way out of violence. We've already tried that, and we've ended up with the largest prison population in the world without solving the problems of crime and violence. The addiction on jails and incarceration in this country, we have moved past that. It is racist, it is immoral, it is unholy, and it is not the way to drive violence down.
Is this old? feel like I've seen this before. Damn it, Jeremy, we're having fun. When you bring Brandon Johnson. Well, okay, because I know we've had some viewers. So we've had some viewers that were not watching, but yeah, I was a few days old. Okay, so let's go back to Brandon Johnson for a minute. Okay, so again, this guy, Chicago deserves this guy. They had Beetlejuice before then. And yeah, so and you got like some white people standing behind him saying this. No one actually believes this, by the way. This is the bullshit that has been pushed on social media for so long. And this is how they get away with this, is with all of these bots that are pushing their bullshit narrative, and it makes people believe that these things exist, that people believe in this stuff. No one believes this. Most of you have normal jobs and normal lives, okay? And anyone that has a normal job or a normal life, I've said this 1,000 times, I'll say it again. When you hear this craziness from these leftists, do you know anyone at your day job that believes this? Do you know anyone at your day job that says, yeah, the only way I'm going to go see this movie this weekend is if there's enough diversity in it? Literally, no one's ever said that. Like, no one in real life has ever said that. It's never happened. No one thinks like this. No one thinks that criminals should not be arrested. Everyone thinks criminals should be arrested. No one likes illegal immigrants. Nobody. It's just not normal. No one likes these things. So we're just sick and tired of the bullshit. And so as long as we have clowns like that are spewing the propaganda, but at least Elon continues to be one of the key pieces to saving the internet. I mean, Elon, thank God for Elon Musk. But I showed this earlier. We're switching topics here for a minute because you guys said I was out of topics. We got some Kirby shoes to sell. Now, people have been going crazy over these Kirby shoes. I'm not sure why. I don't know what everybody is freaking out over, but these are some Kirby slippers. These look comfortable. So it's not a big deal. Okay. So they look really comfortable. I'm sure the target audience is going to work very well. And I think it'll be okay. I'm looking forward to it myself personally. Like, I think I can have some fun with these slippers. I think. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm sure the male demographics are going to grow a lot with these purchases. So there's going to be a lot of this is how you get, like, if you have a product and you want to get the male audience involved, this is one way. This is really good marketing from that standpoint. I give them a lot of credit. For that. So also I saw, listen, I don't know the guy that runs this website, but I respect the grift, okay? Because this is a great headline right here. Cosmic Book News says, here we go. Is President Trump making Batman great again? A new report claims that President Trump wants to influence popular culture through the sale of Warner Brothers Discovery to Skydance Paramount as part of his broader push into entertainment that includes a revival of classic action films like Rush Hour. Could it also be the reason for the possible return of Ben Affleck as Batman and the return of the Snyderverse? Trump is a huge Affleck Batman fan. He also reportedly loves Bloodsport. I've literally never heard Donald Trump talk about Ben Affleck's Batman. I've never heard it. I have heard Trump talk about The Dark Knight Rises. He's got a review. Hang on. Dark Knight Rises Trump. Trump has a review of it. Right here. This is not AI. This is Donald Trump's review of The Dark Knight Rises.
many people have been asking me to review things, especially movies. So last night, I went to the opening of The Dark Knight Rises, which is commonly known as the Batman movie. And I'll tell you, it was really terrific. But what was really amazing was the fact that the cinematography, what they did was incredible. You couldn't have done it 3 years ago. You couldn't have done it 2 years ago. The technology was amazing. The movie is really worthwhile seeing. And most importantly, Trump Tower, my building, plays a role. But it really is worthwhile. Cinematography, what they did, great.
Trump making movie reviews has got to be the best shit ever. Many people have asked me my opinion on The Dark Knight Rises. Trump, was it Ghostbusters? I think when he talked about that. This one right here. Right here.
They're remaking Indiana Jones without Harrison Ford. You can't do that. And now they're making Ghostbusters with only women. What's going on?
What's going on? Oh my gosh, man. There's always a Trump moment. There's always a Trump moment. It doesn't matter what, you're going to find a Trump moment. Never fails. It really never fails. In a different world, Trump would have just been a like an anti-SJW YouTuber. In a different time, Donald Trump just would have been anti-SJW YouTuber, putting, thumbnails with red laser eyes, all of that. It would have been great. And he probably would have been like one of the biggest YouTubers. Toddy says Stalwell and Porter governor race, unreal, clowns evil. Yeah, it's going to be pretty wild to see how that whole thing plays out. So time will tell. Real Gray Ghost says, those Kirby slippers seem great. They really help me out with my girlfriend leaves out of town for work as a reminder. The Daily Special says, NFL, my calls, my cleats, Nintendo, hold my beer. ACC says that beat the brown Kirby slippers are still pink inside. Oh, bet the brown Kirby slippers are still pink inside. Okay, last topic, and then we're gonna go because this has been my second stream day, but that's all right. We got multiple streams tomorrow. Don't worry, we're not going anywhere long term. It's gonna be a long week because I know that there's gonna be people that are gonna be looking for content on Thanksgiving Day, and you're gonna get plenty of that. But this story right here, I'm very interested in this right here. So Susie Wiles, who basically runs Trump's administration for him, reportedly on the hot seat as Trump's chief of staff, with changes in January up in the air. Admin, staffers, powerful Trump donors, consultants, and the MAGA base have singled out Wiles as siloing Trump away from his supporters, causing displeasure. I don't buy this at all. Trump loves Susie Wiles. I don't buy this at all. Is it like, I just don't. Now, again, it could, but I think Pam Bondi's a bigger problem than Susie Wiles, but I'm not going to pretend that I know a lot about Susie Wiles. But like there's people that are talking about it. It's right here. Senior White House aides and cabinet secretaries are preparing for significant personnel shakeup. As sources close to the matter report that the president has grown increasingly frustrated with the administration's economic messaging, among other issues. The changes could involve the chief of staff as early as the new year. The story is developing. I don't know, man. We'll see. But the story is getting some traction right now, so I wanted to talk about that briefly. I mean, ultimately, the proof is in the pudding. And we go back to something that I talked about earlier. This is the proof and right here.
President losing Republicans.
No, look, this is still Donald Trump's Republican Party, and we can see it here. It's like a rock, to quote Bob Seger. I mean, take a look here. Republicans who approve of Trump. 6 months ago, it was 87%. Now, well, hello, it's the same number. It's 87%. He has not lost any support among Republicans compared to 6 months ago. As I said at the beginning, he's like a rock. He's like a rock. The Republican base is sticking by Donald Trump at this point in time.
It really is interesting to watch his overall approval rating go down, 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 but see this be completely constant here.
It is among independents. It is not among Republicans.
Okay, so how does this compare to past presidents in a second term?
Yeah, okay. I think this gives the game away, right? Which is Donald Trump, if you look.
So again, at this point in the second term, Donald Trump is blowing the competition away. So again, could there be some issues within the administration? Yeah. But I don't think that they're that widespread. And I'm not willing to buy sources on this. I'm just not. But this story, I think, is going to pick up some traction. So that's why I wanted to talk about it, to show that I don't necessarily believe this. Now, could changes be coming because Trump has... Just because he makes changes doesn't mean that he's unhappy, okay? Like, again, look at recently. And again, I'm not comparing, okay? I'm just saying everything is relative. Recently, I made changes to geeksandgamers.com. Does that mean I was unhappy with geeksandgamers.com? No. The same people that were working on geeksandgamers.com are still there. Alex is still running the website. But we brought different people in, and we are working with that Park Place and Jonas and those guys to bring a different kind of approach to the website. And we've seen great results. That doesn't mean that I was unhappy, but this is the way that the media tries to portray every decision that Trump makes. They're going to try and spin it into chaos. They're going to try to spin it into negativity. Just because you make changes doesn't mean that you are unhappy. But that's how I think this is going to be viewed upon if he does make any changes.
The 21st century president's own party approval at this point in term two. Who leads the pack? It's Donald John Trump. 87% of Republicans approve of Donald John Trump. You go back to 2013, 78% of Democrats supported Barack Obama, and it was 78% of Republicans who supported George W. Bush back in 2005 at this point. So Donald Trump has the biggest highest own party approval of any president who served their entire second term in the 21st century.
You could look at this one of two ways. You could say, obviously, he's doing way better than past presidents. Or you could say, there is still room to settle. If there is a reversion to the mean here, if that does fall further, that could chip into his overall approval rating. Okay.
Trump's not going, his approval rating is not going anywhere. Okay. And on top of that, the narrative, the MAGA Civil War, guess where that's at? Guess where that is? Now Jeremy reads the chat. He just doesn't say it. Yeah, Rick, of course. I try to read the chat as much as I can. I've got Rumble pulled up. I've got Kick pulled up. And let's see. And of YouTube. So yes, I have all of these. But yes, right now, Trump's looking really, really good in his second term. I think he's very happy. And yeah, the MAGA Civil War bullshit is. Notice how there's no more of that. Where's that narrative now that the locations of the people that were pushing that narrative have been exposed? Where's that narrative? Where did it go? Nowhere to be found.
Marjorie Taylor Greene resigning from Congress in January. One of the concerns is that Donald Trump backed someone in a primary against her. How has Donald Trump done in his congressional endorsements?
You know, when you go up against Donald Trump, you're going up against a buzzsaw because Donald Trump's endorsement record is, it's hard to find anyone else who beats.
That's insane. 98%, 95%, 96%. Insane. And yet the narrative is that Trump doesn't have the pull that he used to have and all. It's just ridiculous.
That times Trump endorsees won GOP primaries. In 2020, it was 98%. 2022 was 95%. In 2024, it was 96%. And I will note the majority of times that Donald Trump backed a challenger to an incumbent like Marjorie Taylor Greene, that challenger won a majority of the time. The bottom line is this. There was a real reason why Marjorie Taylor Greene decided, you know what, it's not worth the fight because more times than not, when you go up against Donald Trump in a Republican primary, you lose.
Not just more times than not, almost all
Almost
times.
all of the times, yes.
Based on these. All right, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's saying she's not going to run for president, but there are other questions.
She's not going to run for president. Well, okay, I take that back. She's not going to matter if she runs for president. So it's just like anything else, okay? So there are some people that can elevate their name by running for president. I think Vivek Ramaswamy is a perfect example of someone that took full advantage of running for president and elevating himself to the place that he's at. Whereas DeSantis, for instance, who was the number one guy in the Republican Party not named Donald Trump, completely lost all credibility when he ran for president because there was nothing to gain for DeSantis in that scenario. There was everything to gain for somebody like Vivek, but there was nothing to gain for DeSantis. Marjorie Taylor Greene will get absolutely embarrassed if she runs for president. Number one, because she's a fucking idiot. Number two, Trump is not on her side anymore. It just will not go good for her at all. It will be very bad. Harley Day for 20 says, many people have asked me about my opinion about Big Trouble in Little China. All I have to say is, Jeremy, are you at Chrissy's wilderness house? Why did she put you in the corner? I love how Trump now you're memeing on Trump, because should I just do videos just like Trump where I'm like, many people have asked me my opinion on this, even though it's something literally no one has asked? Should I just do that? Like, let me just say, hang on. So let me just get a random topic. Okay. Let's get a random topic on Twitter. I could say that, but hey, you know what? Okay, here. I'll just say this. All right. Many people have asked me about a politician named Adolf Hitler being elected in this foreign country. And I just got to say, we are back as a society. I remember playing video games back during the Black Ops 1 Modern Warfare 2 era. And I had a lot of friends, their gamer tag was Adolf Hitler. And they said a lot of words that Hitler would probably appreciate. So now here we are several years later, and seeing all of my gamer friends finally have a leader that they can support. I am very happy for them. It makes me very happy because a lot of them would be very excited. So those are my thoughts. Okay. I probably shouldn't have said most of what I just said in that, but I was just making it up as I go. So that was probably not a good topic. Had a lot of friends. Harley Davidson says proof that you don't have any content. That was earlier. ACC says, I got that one. Sean Living Life says, Kerbussy tax. I wanted to say something else. JW says, hey, Jeremy, I sent you a package of your P.O. box. Noted, man. I'll check it out. Thank you so much. I got to get my P.O. box changed to Orlando because I'm in Orlando now. That didn't work out well for you. No, it didn't. It was Elon's plan all along. Hale, I don't know how to say it. Harley, fuck you. Stop trying to troll me. So I moved. Yeah, kinda. No more Pensacola. No more Pensacola. I mean, don't me wrong. I will be back occasionally here or there, but yeah. So the old setup is still there. So don't worry. So there'll be like a time where you'll see me in the old setup. The pool house is still there. So, but let's see. I only speak in troll and smartass, says Trim199. You sound like Harley Dave. Harley Dave only speaks in troll and smartass. Harley says troll tax because you're retarded. I wouldn't put it any other way. But I do think we're going to end it there, ladies and gentlemen. Dan Campbell says, I was in Panama City. I used to live in Panama City. I used to live there. So, over on Rumble says, Dan Vicious says, a lot of dudes being attacked, Tucker, Nick, Andrew Wilson, yet Candace seems to be boosted on socials. Yeah, I don't know, man. Candace is getting a lot of hate too, though. A lot. Not as much as some of those guys, but Mod Eric says, look at the old videos I sent Jeremy. That is a man, and obvious that Macron is a very gay man. Jeremy is ruler straight compared to him. I haven't even looked into the Macron thing. I really haven't. So, tired Jessica. Happy Jessica is tired Jessica. Andrew Wilson is so embarrassing. I don't know much about him. I saw there was this clip of Andrew Wilson. I guess he was talking to some feminist on whatever podcast. And the feminist kind of went after his wife, and he reacted, and he kind of walked right into the trap. But I think he crushed this feminist at the same time, because the clip is a little out of context. So like right here, I think Andrew Wilson, known for his promoting family values, goes off when a female debater revealed his wife has 3 children from three different men and was previously married twice before him. Okay. But the context got lost in this clip.
I'll try to rephrase this. I'm going to reframe, and I'm just going to be totally honest with you. I will never be able to convince you of my worldview.
You won't.
I know. But the reason is not because I'm not a great orator, or I don't make good points, or I haven't said things which should be compelling to a person. But Charlie, I just think honestly, you're too fucking stupid to understand them.
So Andrew, can I sell you on my worldview?
Yes.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
And you you lick sniz.
Under your religion.
You lick sniz.
What is that?
You're a fucking dyke. Don't talk shit about my wife, you stupid bitch. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your stupid bitch mouth.
Your wife with the 3 baby
What did I
daddies?
just say? Dyke?
Your wife with the 3 baby
I'm sorry, Dyke. Is she morally inconsequential in comparison to your ditch licking?
Do the men that you try to
Do the women that you try
show
to
your hatred against?
the women that you try
convince them
to
that they shouldn't?
You know,
like,
Charlie, did I
pursue
bring
women? Do they know
Charlie,
that
did
your
I bring
wife
your
is 5
family?
years older?
Did I bring any of your
You called
family
me
into
fucking
anything?
stupid.
Did I
You
say
called
anything
me
about
fucking
your
stupid.
family being stupid, Charlie?
could.
It's
You could
because
go
I'm
for it.
better than you, Charlie.
No, it's because you're embarrassed and you know that the traditional values that you try to sell people on are bullshit because
Let's
you
go
are not
through
a
it.
traditional man.
Chuck, let's go through it.
You are not a traditional
Let's
man.
go through it, Chuck. Tell me what I'm doing which is immoral.
Okay, so the thing is, I feel like there's another part to this clip that I want to find, if I can find it, because that's one part of it. Now, again, I'm not saying I don't know much about Andrew Wilson, but his point stands. That, if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to find it. The problem is on social media, all I'm seeing is that part of the clip. I'm not seeing the second part where he questioned her, because what this woman is doing, this is a feminist woman pushing leftist bullshit, but yet she's shaming a woman for being the type of woman that she defends all the time. That's the problem that people are missing with this clip. Now, again, I think Andrew Wilson does like debating all the time. He's obviously very good at it from what I understand, but him getting emotional in that situation, that's exactly what she wanted. And that's what the internet wanted. But ultimately, this woman is shaming another woman for doing the very things that woman says that woman has the right to do. You know what I mean? So that's what's so interesting about that. And I wish I could find someone that put the further context to it. If somebody has the further context, please give me the clip to it, because all I can find is these viral fucking clips. Let me see. I want to keep looking for it because these clip channels are just crushing him and not giving him full context on it. Damn it. Yeah, I wasn't even planning on doing this, but somebody brought up Andrew Wilson in chat. So, give me a minute. No, I can't find it. And they've got this clip. So I would never go on the Whatever podcast, by the way. I would never put myself in that situation under any circumstance whatsoever. Because the Whatever podcast, I mean, I've seen so many clips from that show that just go mega viral. And it's never good for anyone. I've never seen someone look good on the Whatever podcast. Never seen it. I want to see you on The View. Well, that's never going to happen. I feel like he went after, let's see, if you post engagements, quote tweets. Yeah, nobody else has put the full context. Am I wrong, though? I'm pretty sure this girl, he crushed her with all of the context. But I guess for a future episode, I'll see if I can track it down. I was not prepared to talk about this, so. Or it's just being buried on social media. But anyway, we'll just leave it at that. So, he crushed her with the grift. His wife called in. That's okay. See, that's the one. That's the one I remember. The wife called in and crushed this chick. That context is important, man. And of course, none of these fucking clips that I'm finding have that part. All these channels, none of them posted the rest of it. They only posted the part where Andrew gets crushed, but they didn't post the rest of it. Oh, here it is. Okay, I finally fucking got it. Here we go.
This debate with Andrew. Your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice
Finally.
before.
Don't talk about my wife. You shut your fucking mouth.
Rachel, are you there? Can you hear us? Rachel?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Did you not have agency when you accepted this debate with Andrew? Yeah, I did. Then what did he do wrong? You do not sound like a person with a college education. And since you lost and you got humiliated, you thought the thing to do would be attack me. And where did you get the idea that I'm promiscuous? I've spent my entire adult life only in 3 long-term committed relationships, one of which is a, almost 20-year relationship with Andrew. Now we're like 18 years in.
I did wonder, hang on, Rachel, I did wonder one thing. Tell me, if she had aborted her children with those 3 relationships, would she be less promiscuous or not?
He's cooking.
Hot.
Yes.
Yeah, she'd be less promiscuous.
Yeah.
These people. Rachel, you should have more kids, Rachel.
Maybe she should have.
Maybe she should have.
It's less promiscuous if I kill the children? I mean, you're not killing children. You're having an abortion. Did you just say to me that my life would be better if I had aborted my children? If I were in your shoes, I would have had a better time doing that. Your wife has.
Does that add more context to it? Does that add more context? Because yes, you see that viral clip of Andrew Wilson and everybody's reacting to it, but they didn't, most of the places that clipped that out of Andrew Wilson didn't add that. That was an annihilation. That was an absolute annihilation. And it just shows how evil this chick is. So yeah, Andrew Wilson got a little worked up and emotional. You know what? That's what happens when you love your family and someone attacks your family. People like this chick don't know what that feels like. And I say this, I don't know Andrew Wilson, but the clips I've seen from him, the dude is pretty on point with his debating and how he does things. So if Andrew Wilson's biggest crime in that clip is that he cares about his family and he doesn't like when they're attacked, well, sign me up. I agree completely with him. So, but yeah, this was a thing that went really viral, but this happens so much on social media where no one wants to give the context. So, but I figured I would want to do it from my perspective. The chat says only here waiting for you to play Arc Raiders. I got to get everything set up. So I have all of my gaming stuff, but it's not set up yet. So I will though. Harley Dave says Ryan's inner monologue. The chat says Jeremy's not going to be on The View, not with that hair. We'll see. But before we end the stream, ladies and gentlemen, we have to tell you one more time, okay? And this is the first time I've talked about it in the last 5 minutes. The first time in the last 5 minutes. But there it is. Boom. You got about 23 hours before this campaign ends. The 199 hoodie, the Unit 199 Cultural Task Force, and the IDOT hat all ends tomorrow at midnight after Tuesday night's main event. So if you haven't, go over there, check it out. I've had a lot of people posting. They're finally getting their stuff from Rip Us In for that first campaign. We want to get all this out to you before Christmas. So hopefully you guys go and check that out. I appreciate it. Nandor says that women like her are why I'm 37 and still single. Hey man, don't give up. Don't give up. There's some good ones out there. So, but thank you so much. Link right there in the chat. The mods are dropping the link. Thank you to Harley. Appreciate you. Harley Dave, you freaking mad lad. You lunatic. Always making things crazy around here. Swirly BS, I know you got in trouble with the lady tonight, but drop some bombs. 1992 space movie, those 50 gifted memberships. Let me see. Dan Campbell says, Jeremy, make sure, hang on, where is it at? Jeremy, make sure you read my comment on this video as soon as the stream ends. It will explain to you, the audience, why Bill O'Reilly why is irrelevant in Tucson, Arizona. Okay. I mean, I think O'Reilly's not as relevant as he used to be in general, but I do think he has, I think Bill still has some real interesting takes. So, but he's completely out of his mind when it comes to internet culture and shit like that. That IDOT cap is hot. It's pretty freaking sexy, isn't it? It's pretty sexy. Let me see. We'll do it live, says Harley Dave. Did you see my video earlier, Harley, of that with him and Christian Bale? Check it out. It's awesome. But let's see. Meat Bun says, I got an email from Ripperson about some issues with the hat from the last campaign. What's up? Yeah, it was just they just caught something before it was going to ship out. I'm glad it was a quality control issue, so I'm glad they caught it. So they offered some discounts and things like that. So good stuff. Good stuff. So I'm glad they caught it though. ACC75 says, I'm a single guy. Is it tacky to buy? I don't even know what that is. On my wall? No, it's not. I bought is it Nero Heaven? It has boobs. Google it to see if it's tacky. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Listen, being a single dude, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Nobody gives a fuck. And don't apologize, okay? As long as it's not illegal, I don't care. So if it's illegal, then go for it. But I don't know what the fuck you're talking about there. But as long as it's not illegal, or if it has nothing to do with, creepy shit, then do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. Yeti Master Yoda says, but if you want women coming over, I'd say no. Yes, tacky. I don't know what it is he's talking about. I have no idea. I says, as long as it's legal, go for it. So, all right. So we're going to end it there. Oh, I got somebody in my Kick chat. Look at that. And you showed up there. I can highlight you. So, Savvy would probably approve. Oh God, if Savvy would approve, then I don't approve. Never mind. I retract whatever I said. So I retract whatever I said. So if Savvy would approve, I don't approve. Don't cater to women. Find the one meant for you. That sounds like something a dude that's never been with a woman say. There is not. I'm just telling you right now. If you have a wife or a girlfriend, you are catering to that woman. I'm sorry, okay? I don't know what women you've met, but I have never met a woman that you have to do all this shit for them. You have to fucking apologize for shit you didn't do. You have to fucking deal with shit. You have to listen to shit that you don't care about. You can't watch the game. You can't play video games. 4 kids married 24 years. Well, you're lucky. You and that guy are lucky. It's a joke. Don't get offended. I'm just fucking with you. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what that is. So Jeremy gets it like crypto. Yeah, I don't. So Baconator Place says channel update. Got my severance. Here's the tax. I'm at 44 subs and just posted a new video. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Congratulations, man. Is Epic Mike in my chat? ACC says it's not like I framed Toadette on my wall. What's Epic Mike saying? Oh shit. I just fucking unstarred that one. I meant to fucking start. Let me see. I'm looking for Epic Mike. Why am I mean? What did I do? You're in my Kick chat. I could go full DSP, okay? You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it in my Kick chat. Hang on just a minute. Hang on. Watch this. Kick chat. This is for you, okay? Hang on. Let me find it, okay? Let me find it. All right, hang on.
Basically, everyone. So, I hope that you guys enjoyed the stream.
This is for everybody on Kick, okay?
And thanks to those again who supported. And what I mean by that is basically everyone but the Kick viewers, because there was zero support on Kick today. Zero. I mean it. And I hate to say it, 220, the guy whose name is a detractor meme, comes in and says, oh, I'm not going to support Phil anymore because of the way that he's talking to Kick chat. Fuck you. Fuck you. You fucking piece of shit to come in my chat and try to derail when I have a premiere stream. And I say to you, what I was talking about on Friday night had nothing to do with you. You weren't even here. I was talking to the trolls in chat. He does it on purpose. His name is 220 for a reason. You know it's fucking the same fucking guy. You know it's Iron Chef Sakai. So, fuck you. All right? If that's your issue, don't fucking come back. We don't need time for your bullshit, okay? Seriously, what a fucking piece of shit. He comes in and he has to fucking say that. I literally tell him to his face, this has nothing to do with you. This is to do with the people who were here trolling on Friday night. And then he comes in while I'm playing this game trying to distract me. Oh, I'm never going to support Phil again. No, you're right. You're not. Because if I see you, you're banned on fucking site. You fucking dunce. Anyway.
He's so entertaining. It's unbelievable. Epic Mike says breaking news, Jeremy is gay. Pluribus is awesome, though. Pluribus is amazing. It really is amazing. I can't wait. I still need to watch episode 4, but first 3 episodes are fascinating. Harley Davis says Kick chat tax. Yep, Kick chat tax.
No one on Kick supported the stream at all today. Zero. Will this continue? Because the thing is, I like co-streaming. And some of the Kick people have been nice and have been supportive. You know, notably, your future stepdad is someone. And there's people who come by from time to time. They're not on every stream, but every once in a while, they come and they support on Kick. And I appreciate that. All right? But I just don't get what has changed, because literally nothing has changed at all, except now people, I think they're going to turn my kick chat into a troll meme place. You're not.
I can't stop watching this shit.
I'm just going to continue to ban all your sock accounts and laugh at you. Okay? So hopefully we will actually get some support on the late stream tonight. The late stream tonight is going to be more Tormented Souls 2, continuing on with survival horror. All right. By the way, if you're wondering why is this doing this, because the frame reset, because the wireless went downstairs. Actually, let me see if I can fix that now.
I can't believe that he is not self-aware, dude. If DSP was self-aware, he'd be the greatest streamer in the history of the internet. Like, there just would be nobody better. Dead and Dug Up says, hey, I'm an artist and I got some ideas for a DDC shirt design. Are you guys interested in that? And if so, where do I send them? Yes, absolutely. Send it to Tommy@geeksandgamers.com. You can copy Jeremy at geeksandgamers.com if you want. Tommy at geeksandgamers.com. And you can throw mine in there too. But yeah, Tommy will look at it. And if he's interested, that'll be something we'll look at. But he'll bring it to me. So yeah, absolutely. The chat says, Jeremy, is that your Alabama brother? Epic Mike says, paying my own lurker tax. Shout out to Drunk 3PO. Look at that. Not only is Epic Mike here, we got a shout out to Drunk 3PO as well. So that's okay. Tommy with a Y. Yes. Tommy with a Y. Not Tommy like I don't know. Tommy IE. Is that it? So yep, there it is. Jessica's got it. So all right. So thank you guys so much. We're going to end it there. Again, one last time, check out the merch if you're interested. Other than that, I'll probably go live tomorrow during the day. No promise, but I'll try to go live before main event. And then we got Tuesday night's main event tomorrow. Should be a good one. I cannot wait. It's going to be awesome. Alex Arrowcave says Meta PC code Epic Mike. But thank you so much. Awesome stream tonight. You guys are the best chat in the history of the internet, and it's not even close. Barry says W stream fella. Thank you. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. So have a good night, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.